Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins, and we got a great show today. We have give me a second. We have a show, Tariq Nasheed versus Jake Lang. If you don't know who Jake Lang is, he was one of the participators in the in the Capitol Hill riot. Now he's out here trying to be a freedom fighter. So definitely, it's gonna be a great show. Hold on, give me a second. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a great show. One thing I am gonna say. Hold on one second. What am I gonna say? It's gonna be a great show, and this is our second reaction video for today. Well, not reaction video. Well, second show today. But but I like to interview. I think I'm gonna do another reaction video tomorrow, and that'll be. I heard Richard Spencer came on the show, so we might do that as well. So before we start, I want y'all to super like this reaction video where comment, share, and subscribe to this to my podcast. I need more subscribers, so if you're new, definitely subscribe to it. And also, if you didn't know, I got a new Twitter, so definitely I need some followers. I probably got like probably two right now, but it's gonna take a while. It's gonna go up, but I'm gonna subscribe. I mean, I'm gonna share this as well when you do it. So let's take 40 seconds, not minutes. Mm, let's see. Thanks. All right, I'm almost done, everyone. All right, everybody. Now let's get busy. We're gonna watch it from the beginning. It's an hour long, but hope y'all liked and subscribed already. And I will be putting up my Cash App on there soon, but just give me some time. I just want to get this started and let's get busy. And y'all can go crazy in the chat. So don't be scared or don't be, nervous. Everybody goes crazy in the chat. So just have a good time.
Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Let me talk directly to some of the white people in here. Let me see how many folks we got in here. Y'all give me a retweet. Well, we got a lot of people in here. Let me talk to the white people, especially the ones who believe in white supremacy. See, you guys have been used by the white elite. You guys have been the flunkies of the white elite. The white elite, they've been running a game on your ass, and y'all been falling for it hook, line, and sinker. The white supremacist elite, I'm talking about the big money white folks who run the show, they use you poor working class white people.
Yo, the funny thing about it, yo, he's shitting on the poor white people, but King Flex is telling the truth, man. Y'all trailer trash people, man. Y'all fucked it up for yourself when y'all turned on us. What Fred Hampton was trying to do with y'all is get y'all niggas popping. But y'all turn on us as always. This is why we don't trust you. I'm gonna be personally honest. I don't trust most of y'all. I don't put my hands. I won't put my life in your hands. So I gotta be personally honest about that.
As their foot soldiers to keep you deflecting away from them fleecing your ass. All right? See, you're being displaced by them. You losing your job because of the white elites sending your jobs overseas. You're losing your job because the white elites, they're the ones letting these illegals come over and paying them under the table. That's why so many of you white supremacists are homeless right now. Yeah? See, they use racism as a tool for class control. That's how racism got started, right? Well, now I won't say racism because they were having racism in Spain, but how systematic white supremacy got really kicking over here. You had black indentured servants, white indentured servants, and some Native Americans and some black aboriginals who were indentured servants. They were being exploited by the white planter class. So they all got together and had rebellions against them. One of the most famous one was Bacon's Rebellion. So after Bacon's Rebellion, the white supremacists, the white elitists said, hey, we need to come up with a system to stop these people from getting together, rising up on us. Yeah, they're mad because we're all giving them all low wages. We ain't paying them shit, and we're kind of finessing them. So let's do this. Let's get these people from Europe and let them think that we have a camaraderie with them. So there'll be a buffer for the blacks and the Indians, so they won't come and slit our damn throats. We'll let them know, hey man, we have something in common. So we're brothers. So we need you to keep your eye on the blacks, and we'll kick you down some of these funds if you act right. We'll give you some of the spoils of war. And they've been doing that to this very day. They did it then, and that made the white supremacists, the lower ranking ones, get some act right. And they've been acting right ever since. They ain't been rising up against the white elitists. They're not. And they've been using that shit as a
Here's how to never have to worry about
Yo, funny thing about it, that shit is true. Like, I've been hearing that shit from the white people all the time that they're.
you could be owed a significant
racism.
This is why, yo, and I might have to make this a podcast. I mean, an episode. But I think white Americans should delineate from Europe. The reason why I said they should delineate from Europe because Europe is doing all this nasty, weird, freaky shit. So if you want to be compared with them, yeah, be my guest. Like especially the French. The French like young girls and shit. This is the shit that we have to talk about. This is the shit that niggas go crazy for. And this is what and I always tell white people all the time. I was like, yo, y'all set yourself up for failure when y'all fuck with the rich folks. Like I always tell people all the time, them people aren't black, they rich. Cause it's a different upper class. Some people can't even get away with it with money. Cause they cannot be bought. So It's a weird situation with white America and the rich white people because there's not that many rich white people. If you ever like really add it all up, there's not that many rich white people. There's not even that many rich people in the world. There's not that many wealthy people in the world.
It's a class control for you. The white elites, they feed lower class whites a false sense of racial superiority
Hmm.
to really distract from your economic inferiority. What did LBJ say? He said something. He said, if you tell the poorest white man that he's better than the richest black man, and I'm paraphrasing, if you tell the
Oh shit, he talked about Florida Boy J. Shout out to Florida Boy J. Yo, Florida Boy J be doing this shit. All jokes aside, like yo, if y'all ever get to have a chance, watch his perspective. I forgot. I don't know the perspective something. I can't remember his podcast, but his podcast be lit. So definitely pay attention to his podcast. He be throwing out some gems.
poorest white man that he's richer or he's better off or he's better than the richest black man, that white man will let you empty his pockets, which is true. And that's what they've been doing. They promote this illusion of shared whiteness. And the white elites, they'll create an illusion that all white people, regardless of class, we're all on the same team. We got a racial kinship. See, and that masks the reality that the vast wealth gap between the elite whites and the poor whites is huge. So instead of you getting with black workers against economic injustice, working class whites, they defend the white system that excludes your dumbass economically. You see, they'll sit up here and go along with the program while you living in a trailer park eating jelly sandwiches, talking about, oh, we showing those Negroes, and you living worse.
Yo, this nigga crazy. Yo, King Flex had to throw that shit out. Like, yo, I love peanut butter jelly sandwiches and shit like that, but my nigga, I can't eat that shit every day. You know, them niggas be them white folks be eating the peanut butter and jelly or the peanut butter and fluff. Yo, white people love peanut butter and fluff.
They'll
I don't
sit
know
up here
what.
and go along with the program while you living in a trailer park eating jelly sandwiches, talking about, oh, we showing those Negroes, and you
Not
living
even the
worse.
peanut butter jelly.
Huh? That's why they get so the white supremacists call up here all the time, pocket watching us. The first thing they see, how much money you guys have. Look at all the money you make. Oh my God. Because then you realize all of your racism, you ain't got no money. But we do understand your whiteness has monetary value,
Yeah, it does.
but that's like a get out of jail free card. And that's the little thing that they give you. They're like, yeah, we're not going to give you any big tangibles. We're not going to give you what we got. You're not going to get the yachts and the
This is why I always tell people all the time with Irish people, we can't say, "Oh yeah, y'all was slaves too," because y'all are indigenous servants. Because y'all was your reparation was $1 million worth of whiteness. You know, it's like certain things you can get away with that I can't get away with. It always has been like that. It's been like that for years. That's why Whitey Bulger did so much shit in Boston, snitched on an Italian mob, killed a lot of people, killed hundreds of people, and let's be personally honest, he killed hundreds of people. Then ran out of the state, and they couldn't catch him for like 50, 60 years. That's a hundred. That's $1 million worth of whiteness.
mansions and the trips and all that. You're going to stay in your trailer, but we got a little insurance policy for you. If you get in trouble, we ain't going to let you go to jail. So yeah, you can rape the little people in your neighborhood. You can smoke your meth and all of that, and we'll just turn a blind eye. You're not going to be balling out, but we're not going to let you get mass incarcerated like the Negroes, and they're fine with that. They're fine with that. That's a con game they ran on your ass. And the white media is the white corporate structure. They're the ones who's always flooding the media with the black scapegoats. They're always talking about black crime and welfare queens and affirmative action and DEI. That comes from the corporate sector. The CRT, all of that. They come up with some new little con game to get
Capra,
the rank and file white supremacists
per
riled up.
capra. That's what they always say. Yeah.
Yeah. See, they erase class solidarity by trying to racialize poverty. See, white elites, they make poverty look like a black problem. So even the poor whites, when they're suffering, they distance themselves from welfare, food stamps, and public aid because, they associate all of that with blackness when it's mostly white people getting that shit. It's white people getting that. And they know that. Man, white people running around here with EBT cards left and right, but they never promote that. That's never promoted. They don't show them hillbilly Section 8 ass white people in them Section 8 trailers. That's something that the mainstream media don't even like talking about.
No, no.
Yeah. So we got to understand the games that's being played out here is real, real heavy. Okay, Susan. Okay, there's Susan, Big Back Susan. I don't.
So I wasn't gonna play the whole thing. I was just gonna go to Jake Lang, but no, I'm gonna play the whole thing, and we're gonna hear these conversations and stuff. Because at the end of the day, we look at this as educational for blacks and whites, and this is what's so super dope about our podcast. I mean, my podcast is we watched the whole thing, and yo, we cut this shit down. And let me tell you who I started doing that because I seen Marquette do that shit. And I was like, yo, you know what? Marquette is very smart for that. I never put two and two together and even thought about doing that. But thanks to Marquette from the Saint.
Susan, what do you want, man? We got Big Back Susan. Did you want to say something? I would, if you want to contribute to the conversation. Susan, what's happening? Big Back Susan, did you want to contribute to the conversation? Unmute your microphone. Because yeah, you shouldn't be up here just trying to solicit for customers, Big Back Susan. Because you need to lower some of your OnlyFans prices. All right. You need to, for every pound, you need to go down $5. All right. Susan, do you have anything to say? All right. Okay, I'm not gonna let you on. You're just trying to get up here and promote your stuff. All right. I'm not gonna let you on no more, dear, because you're not trying to say anything. Y'all stop trying to promote your struggle pages.
He said struggle
All right.
pages.
And some of that.
Yo, that's crazy. My man said, yo, I ain't gonna support your struggle page. And yo, I know how it feels to be struggling, just doing whatever you're doing and like shit just not working. But yo, King Flex, yo, salute to you, man. Yo, you inspired me actually to do this. But let's get back into this.
That baby oil that you're rubbing on your butt cheeks, you can use a couple of dabs on your knees. Your knees look a little ashy, sweetie. Everything is oiled but your knees. Put some lotion on them knees.
He's mad petty.
Baby oil that.
Harvard Federal Credit.
Yo, he's mad petty for that shit. Yo, he's super petty, man. And this is why I like King Flex.
All right. Let me see who else we got in here. All right. We don't need ashy OnlyFans models calling in or trying to request. All right. We don't need that. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready. Let's get who is this person? I'm trying to get some new faces in here. Let's get Jason Nicholson. Try some new faces. Jason Nicholson, hop on in. I'm good, man. How are you, brother?
Doing good, fam. Doing good. I want to share a interesting observation I had that I haven't really heard a lot of people speak on with this white supremacist lady that racking up all that money, and really in general, like the white supremacist money movement that they've been on. So when it's dawned on them as a collective that if they do something, screaming the N word and getting it on camera, like even if they just trailer park track, they're peeping the game of, oh, let me get the clout by doing something racial against some black folks,
Right.
and racking up, right? Just racking up. But right, you're like, and I'm not trying to incite anything, but this is just an observation, right? Did you notice, like, when situations when they do that, and then they get them hands put on them, like that video you shared with the sister that with the white girl spit on the sister and she got them hands put on her looking crazy. To my observation, it looks like when black folks give them that work on video, it turns the white supremacists off to even want to fund that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, now you embarrassing us as a collective. I can't support that.
Right.
So I'm not inciting them. I'm just saying it's an interesting observation when you're confronted and they're looking for a little financial come up.
What he's saying is actually true. I do want to say that it is super true because at the end of the day, white people don't want to support nobody weak. And like I said, it's understandable. Who would want to support a weak person? So like I get it, but it is what it is.
Up when you get that act right with them, then all of a sudden the gameplay don't work like that no more.
Right.
So it was just interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Let me see.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get Jake. This is Jake, the January 6th prisoner. Speaking of the people pardoned for January 6th. What's up, Jake? Mr. Jake, what's going on, Jake? Oh, Jake? Jake, hop on in, Jake. All right. Jake, can you hear me? I can hear you, but you're not okay.
This nigga's scared. He's scared right now. Cause he heard, Richard Spencer came up on this motherfucker too, and he got packed up. Hey, after this, if we want to watch the Richard Spencer one, we could watch the Richard Spencer one. But we're gonna let everybody get in here. Hold on, let me see. Black Americans support being spit on and protest to end segregation isn't that week. We don't support that shit. We'll put hands on niggas. That's the thing, Oh, is that the legendary Kwame? What's up, Kwame? Yo, Kwame, we put hands on niggas. And Kwame, you already know that. Niggas is. Oh, I watched that last thing from your I was watching Power from your town, man. I'm mad at 50 right now, bro. After what Cannon did to his moms, I'm pissed, nigga. I'm gonna say that, but nah, we don't support that shit. Salute.
I think Jake was trying to get in on his Finster account, and it didn't work. He wanted to log in on his Finster account. Jake, you can call up. You can call back up and let us know what's on your mind. Let us know what's going on with you, Jake. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said, man, everything with them. Hold on, let's see if Jake is gonna say something.
That
All
nigga
right,
scared.
Jake, hop back in.
Yeah,
I can hear
Tariq.
you. What's going on, Jake?
God bless all that are listening tonight. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. What's going on with you, Jake?
Tariq, forgive my ignorance. Are you the same Tariq that is the PR stuntman for Austin Metcalf's family?
No, no.
Okay. I thought we were gonna have a much crazier.
So, if you don't know who it is, he's the guy who told Austin Metcalf's. He told Jake Lane to take Austin Metcalf's picture down because his father didn't allow that shit. His father was fully against a race war that he was trying to use his son in vain. So he got busy. He called the nigga's father and he said, Austin Metcalf's father said, like, he said, you're the fucking problem. He's like, don't take my fucking son. Shout out to Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff Metcalf. He got some crazy charges, but he didn't want to use his son's shit in vain. So, yeah.
Debate that you were asking, or conversation that you were asking me to come up after my recent protest out there in support of
but
that.
I'm very supportive of our brother Carmelo. I'm very supportive of him for self-defense. But you were the one out there with the protest. You had the was it the White Lives Matter protest or something, right?
We hosted a Protect White America.
Yo, Kwame, was you out there? I heard you was at the was it White Lives Matter protest. Was you there? Kwame was out there in the White Lives Matter protest. Tell him, Kwame.
Rally in support of the egregious interracial violence that's being perpetrated on white people in this country.
Really? Well, now, where is this violence happening, and where is it being perpetrated? Who's harming white people systematically?
So there are 41 to 1 interracial violent episodes between blacks to whites as compared to whites on blacks. And
And,
I
and
just
and we
noticed
know that's inaccurate. You know why? Because white law enforcement agencies rarely report those crimes where white people are harming black people. And we see videos every day. Those are not even reported by the police. Even the hundreds of videos we see daily where white people are trying to terrorize, harm children, harm black people, assault. Most of those are not even reported to law enforcement. And then when law enforcement sees it, they don't even report that to the
Oh, you are. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, yo, how was Haitian Flag Day, man? Oh, I know you turned up. You disappeared for like 3 days. That nigga was drinking that Haitian rum. Yeah, you was out of it. I know you was out of it. You was having a good old time there, huh? Yeah. Yeah, yo, salute to Kwame, yo. That nigga, yo, he was in New York partying his ass off for Haitian Flag Day. Salute to all the Haitians. Stop by saying all of that, you know. How at your boy, you know. But I'm just glad you had a good time, Kwame.
federal authorities. So let's put everything in context when you say that. Now, black people, everything we
well,
do is reported.
くだらぬことで我の
Yeah, man. I'm glad you had a good time, Kwame.
Go ahead.
that's it's an interesting concept, and I want to talk about that on two different fronts. First, the echo chamber that Twitter is pushing on both what's called white Twitter and black Twitter. It's very interesting because when I turn on
I'm gonna come to I'm gonna come down to New York soon, man. Just give me some time. It's probably in August. I'm gonna make a trip to New York.
ghetto level, like kind of like people freaking out at an airport and like 30 black people start beating each other
Right.
up or at a
Yeah,
in a cafeteria.
right.
And so it's very interesting
You know why
that
you see
your
that?
Twitter algorithm feeds you the complete
No,
opposite of what it feeds me. So we have to be cognizant of
right.
that.
And the thing is, you have more white supremacists who cherry pick and curate that content. That's literally all they do on Reddit. That's all they do on 4chan. Black people generally don't sit around trying to cherry pick instances of violence like
Oh
that.
yeah. Also too, yo, follow me on X. That's my new X account. So I'm gonna have a lot of stuff on reparations, just everything black, foundational black, and probably even some Hebrew Israelites and a little bit of Pan Africanism. I personally don't do Pan Africanism, but if I can support y'all cause, I will. So definitely follow me.
So there's a whole cottage industry and a culture of white supremacists doing what I call black trauma porn. They literally get
He
off
said
on
black
watching
trauma porn.
any type of criminal or degenerate or violent instances involving a black person, especially when a black person is victimized, or even if they're victimized by another black person. So that's a part of white supremacist culture, black trauma porn. They get off on it. So that has nothing
I
to do
mean,
with
you're
us.
entitled.
You're right.
You're entitled to that opinion. I think that it's an expansion of a freedom of speech that we
I
weren't
will.
entitled.
I am because you know what? I gotta go to. I'm gonna say this, Corey. I gotta go to New York because I want to see what they're doing for reparations as well. I will go up there. Like I will. I think I'm gonna do the Labor Day with y'all. But I'm gonna go up there. It's mostly a business trip. Give me a second. Damn, niggas just like hit me up left to right. I'm gonna go up there because I got to see how the Black reparations is doing in New York as well. So if I can help, or even if we can trade off, some good shit, might as well. But you know how it is. But Yeah, man, yo, definitely. I'm gonna try to come for Labor Day with for y'all and stuff. I'm gonna take some few days off of work, so definitely shout out to New York, Queens. What else? Queens and oh yeah, and also all the immigrants down there. You know, I know you're Kwame. I know you're mad because yo, all those Venezuelan hookers left, man. Yo, they was selling that good coochie I heard down there too, man. Yeah, man. White America fucked that shit up for y'all.
To speak about, share these videos, look at this type of content in the past without fear of being basically ostracized from our jobs, our communities. You know, we have now a tool here on Twitter because it's a freedom of speech platform to be able to talk about the systemic issues of the violent black hip hop culture and the thug or the hoodlum culture
Oh,
that is now spinning out of control.
okay, let me,
And
Jake. Now let
so
me ask you this, Jake. When have white supremacist society not been able to talk about um, black people and how violent and degenerate we are? Y'all always talked about that. When have you not been able to talk about that?
I would say the last 40 years in America, maybe even back from like the
Really?
80s until the 2020s, it basically became taboo.
He
And
forgot
anybody
about
that spoke against DEI or affirmative action or violent black culture
to
would then get
the
ostracized. They would get doxxed. It would
have a reparation program for some FBAs is doing. The consider. All right, cool. Definitely, I'll come down there, see and check that shit out down there and stuff. The guy in Boston, his name is Khalid Mustafa. So he's probably Muslim, Nation of Islam type of nigga. Um, so definitely, it's great. I'm gonna come down to New York and I'm definitely gonna check it out. Um, but yeah, it just definitely like I said, I gotta come down to New York anyways, and definitely, yeah, you got to show me Queens, man. I never, I'm gonna personally be honest, I never been to Queens. Out of the years I lived in New York, I'd never been to Queens. I've been to Yonkers. I've been to Bed-Stuy. I don't think I ever been to Queens. You know, and I always thought Queens was dope because of Power. Like yo, 50 promoted the shit out of that, and I think Queens is super dope now after that. Let me see what you said. Oh, why would I kiss Spanish hookers? I don't Sosa. Oh, Sosa Bunny. Oh, he like them dot bunnies, the chocolate bunnies. I like them chocolate bunnies. With me, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very international. When I was young, man, I was throwing dick at all these girls, man. Hell yeah. It's just like, yo, only thing I knew is like, yo, I know how to jump out of a second story window, so I was fine, you know? But legs ain't that good no more. I probably might fucking destroy something and remember and figure it out that I destroyed something like 3 4 days later. You know, but yeah, man. Yo, you gotta get you an Afro Latina. Them Afro Latina chicks is dope too, man. Oh yeah, Afro Latinas, but you know, I understand why you like the chocolate. Chocolates is sweet. That's why.
be considered that they would automatically be branded with the racist card and they wouldn't be able to hold a job, a position, public office and whatnot. And we've kind of broken through that echo chamber and now are able to have our side of the story, our opinion as, white people in America that, and by the way, I wanted to go back to the race numbers as far as interracial violence. So, one thing is being in federal prison for
I'll
four
be right
years and
back.
6 days as a January 6th political prisoner, which I just got pardoned by President Trump. I noticed amongst the black inmates, a lot of them were miscategorized, and the mixed inmates, ones that had a black parent and a white parent, or ones that had a white parent and a Spanish parent, were all categorized. There was a huge amount of them categorized as white on their paperwork, and you would look at them and clearly say, this is not a white person. So I actually, in my own experiences, I've seen it the opposite, that it's not um, white on black violence, or the other way that it is being underreported, as you've claimed. It's actually, in my experience, that they've actually started to kind of over report other races as being white.
And that's
So
and
that's
that
my personal
and
experience.
that's how that's the amazing thing of white supremacy. Even the white people who are in jail ain't even white. They're still black. That shows the privilege of white supremacy, sir, and you just proved that. Also, let's back up. You said in the
No,
last
I'm not saying that
slow
they.
down.
I'm not saying that they categorize
Right.
black
Yeah,
people as being
that's
white.
how much privilege you got. Even the white people that's in jail ain't even white. That's how much of a privilege
What
you
I don't.
have, sir. That's you, sir. You did
All
As
right,
if
sorry
they were
everybody, I
following
gotta
my
go back.
paperwork, and you would look at them and clearly say, "This is not a white person." So I actually, in my own experiences, I've seen it the opposite. That it's
Who's the
not
largest
um,
borough
white on black
with
violence,
the biggest
or
hip
the
hop
other way that it is being
history, hip
underreported,
hop
as you've claimed.
history,
It's actually, in my experience,
richest black
that
history?
they've actually started to kind.
It's not Harlem. I always thought it was Harlem. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the big old TV too. That's why I was like, it's only a 44. It ain't that big though. I thought it was Harlem. But a lot of shit comes out of Queens low key. I gotta say this. A lot of shit comes out of Queens low key that is black. You know? Yeah, Tyson Bedford's father was Jamaican and his mother was like some type of Asian. She was like a China woman. Yeah. Oh, why is your name Tyson Barron? Why your man Tariq Barron himself? He had a poster with Mike Tyson in Jamaica. Yo, because the thing about it, he has no hatred towards y'all. It's the tethers that fuck it up. Like we hate our coons, we hate our Sambos. They don't do anything for us, so we're gonna dislike them. But at the end of the day, it's just with you, Kwame, with your people. Y'all don't check y'all people, so we have to do the checking. Cause don't forget, they make y'all look bad when them motherfuckers don't stay on code. They're the ones who make y'all look bad. They oh yeah, these niggas is tribalistic. They're savages out here. They don't understand that they can't be doing that shit. You know, that's how they look at it. Yeah, but yeah, Mike Tyson. I didn't know Mike Tyson's father was Jamaican. I don't know. I didn't know he knew his father. You know, so yeah, I heard of Tyson Beckford's father's Jamaican. Mike Tyson, I didn't know that. Yeah, probably. He looked like a black man, but it could be, man. Who knows? Yo, you gotta understand, Kwame. There be a lot of people who have these immigrant backgrounds, but you gotta understand, Mike Tyson isn't a tether. He's not a tether. You know, he might be an immigrant, but he's not a tether. Let me see what my kid wants.
Kind
Jesus
of
Christ.
over report other races as being white.
And that's
So that's my personal
and
experience.
that's the amazing thing of white supremacy. Even the white people who are in jail ain't even white. They're still black. That shows the privilege of white supremacy, sir, and you just proved that. Also, let's back up. You said in the
No,
last
I'm
hold,
not saying that
slow
they.
down.
I'm not saying that they categorize
Right.
black
Yeah,
people as being
that's
white.
how much privilege you got. Even the white people that's in jail ain't even white. That's how much of a privilege
What
you
I don't.
have, sir. That's you, sir. You did something that black people couldn't do in a million years. You're sitting up on Twitter talking to me. You stormed the Capitol. You got Black Panthers in prison from the 1960s talking about doing what you did. This is white supremacy and white privilege. White privilege
No,
comes with white
Trump
supremacy.
pardoned many black people as well. There were, I mean,
No,
my
no,
friend Cash Kelly,
yeah,
my friend Daryl Neely, my friend, um, what's his
not
name?
for not
We called him the Colonel.
yeah, not
Um,
for storming no damn, not from
no,
storming the
no, no, no. Of
Capitol. You
course,
know,
the January
they
Sixers,
pardon
January
people. Yeah,
Sixers.
yeah, they pardon people for like having weed or some shit. Look,
No, no, no. I'm talking about Black January Sixers. I know about maybe a dozen of them, plus other races as well too that weren't white that Donald Trump pardoned. As well. So these are real life conservative patriots that I would lay
But
down
that
my
that
life
doesn't
for in an
negate the
instant.
fact that black people generally they
Philip
can't. You're
Anderson.
right. That black people can't do what, and these people don't really identify as black. Like Enrique Terrio, y'all try to say he's black. It's
No, he's Cuban.
right,
He's not. I didn't even mention his
right,
name,
right,
honestly.
right. 'Cause-
I mentioned other people that do identify as black, that are black, that some of them come from some pretty rough backgrounds as
And no,
well.
most of them are Caribbean, by the way. Some of those people you name, they come from Caribbean backgrounds. They don't come from foundational Black American culture. But again, something you said that you said would like
I
to
didn't name
hold
any
on, hold on.
Caribbeans. I named
Priscilla
African
Tyson.
Americans that,
Yeah,
that were
Could be.
pardoned by Trump for
yeah.
being
No,
patriots.
but those people you name, some of those folks from my studies, they don't come from our lineage. They come from Caribbean backgrounds. Some of those people, they are technically African American,
Facts.
but they're not foundational Black American, meaning their lineage doesn't go back to slavery in this country.
That honestly sounds pretty racist, like black on black racism.
How
Actually, one
so?
of my
How so?
friends.
How
This guy gotta understand there's no such thing as black on black racism. There's no such thing. Hold on, Tariq. Gotta be careful playing with Haitians and Jamaicans and even the politicians that he calls tethers. They are tethers though. The thing about it, only time is disrespect when it's not true. What them niggas is doing is they harming the black community. I even think what's her name, Ayanna Presley. She's actually hurting black community in Boston, and black in Boston is mostly, well, not mostly. There's a lot of like Caribbean people. There's a lot of Cape Verdeans, Latino people. So yeah.
so? No.
Well, I
How
got
so?
this. I have a very close friend of mine,
How
and
would
everybody on
no.
here.
So
Well, I know, no, I'm about to
before we get
Facts.
explain.
into
Let me
some
get my son.
anecdotal
I gotta get
thing,
my.
now how is our lineage racist? I have a lineage.
Well, no, I'm saying, so first of all, I have a very close friend. Everybody knows him on here. His name's Dom Luker. He's 1.5 million on
Right.
X, very smart individual. And me and him have long talks on this. And actually, there's like this split in the black community about like what you said, ancestral or anecdotal, or people from I guess 400 years or plus more here, plus other people that are kind of coming in on the phrase of things. And there's like a split between like who's the realest black man in the room. So I don't know. You guys got to deal with that in your own community.
No. We don't talk like who's the realest black. No. That's white supremacists filtering. That's not. No, we didn't say nothing like
Well, I
that.
mean,
No.
you're the one putting
No,
them down. You're
no,
the
I
one
didn't.
saying that
No,
they're
I
not
didn't.
as black as I
I didn't
am.
say
Is
nothing like that.
basically
So
what
we're
you're
not gonna
saying.
do on white not say so. We don't do that. Don't do that. We don't do on white not. I didn't say anything remotely like that.
Well, so what is their credentials? They have the same skin color, melanin. They've been through hardships as well. If according to your point of views, why are they less, connected to the roots? Or, I don't understand where the internal racism
He's
comes
There
black,
from.
is
but
none because there is
he's
none.
not.
That's why you don't understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, you were putting them down as like a
I
lesser
didn't.
party, not
I didn't
me.
say that.
You're saying those people aren't
I
ancestral
didn't say that
blacks.
they were lesser just because.
So technically, okay, let me explain that. When he said he's black, but he's not black, we're talking about foundational black Americans. That's an ethnogenesis. Just like any other Asians, they're not going to go back to the original Mongolians. And Genghis Khan impregnated, 33% of Asian people. So 33% of people who are Asian has Mongolian blood. But they had an ethnogenesis where people are from Vietnam, China, Taiwan, Thailand, Cambodia. So those are where there's an ethnogenesis. So that's what he means. Like, I get what you mean. Like, oh yeah, how you say you're black but you're not black. He's talking lineage wise. Like Kwame up there, he's Haitian Nigerian. Or Haitian Jamaican. Yeah, Haitian Jamaican, right, homie? I think he's Haitian Jamaican. So that's his ethnogenesis. This is his culture. So you can't undermine Jamaican, then cry if something happens. Well, okay. we still have sympathy. We still have sympathy for like these other countries. It's just we're not fighting for these countries again. Every time we fight for these countries, we try to, help or unite. It just doesn't work. Oh, Jamaican. My fault. He's Jamaican and Haitian, so definitely, he got a strong lineage background. My lineage background is native to America, cause like most of us didn't come off the slave ship. There was a good percentage that came off like, oh fuck. No, not that many, because there was only 400,000 people who came off the slave ship. So you might have a little speck of like slavery blood, but it doesn't mean like we don't do the 1% blood, was it black blood rule. It's what your lineage is. Our lineage can change. So yeah, definitely what Kwame does and what's so super dope about him, I'm gonna say this. No, don't do that DNA. You're gonna waste your money. Don't do it. I'm gonna say this. With that, I'm gonna tell y'all the best advice: hold on to your lineage. Date black women. Yeah, you could mix here and there, but what's so dope about Africans that they always had like 3 or 4 fucking families. So if you want to date your little snow bunny or your little strawberry bunny or your little Asian bunny, nigga, have a backup family, my nigga, so you can hold on to that DNA, because if not, we're gonna be like fucking London. Ain't nobody want to be fucking London, I tell you that. Hey, oh no, I'm not trying to say London is bad, because one of my favorite DJs is Cliff Price. His name is Goldie. He goes by DJ Goldie from Metalheads. He's the godfather of drum and bass music. But I want to keep my DNA potent as well too. Even though my DNA is potent, I could put it this way: I could date anything out under the sun, but we can't teach our kids who to love. So if they want to love a white man, yeah, your DNA might go, my nigga. Especially if you ain't a man, your DNA gonna go, baby. I'm African first, Jamaican last, and my citizenship in United States of America. You say United Snakes? Oh man, he's bugging. Yeah, our DNA is strong, man. Cause let me tell you something, I think America's gonna go through another ethnogenesis. And I think this is why America's waiting so long. But I feel like this: you need to just pay us reparations and give us some tangibles. At least pay us, nigga. Nigga, you stole, like, America stole 90% of wealth from black Americans. Then when we created wealth again, you destroyed it. So damn if we do, damn if we don't. So it's, like, I get what y'all mean when y'all be like, oh, yo, we should stick together. But we already tried that shit. We tried that shit for over 40 years. It just didn't work. It didn't work. Y'all wanted to do your own thing, so it's time for y'all to do your own thing, Don't believe the DNA unless it's a court case or yeah. It's sad to say, yeah, it's true. It's sad to say, it's really true. Like, that's the only time I believe it. You know how many DNA, how many fucking paternity tests I've been through? I've been through like four paternity I told you, I used to sling dick everywhere, man. So I've been through like 4 or 5 paternity tests, man. Latest was this little high yellow fucking black girl from Savannah, Georgia. She swore her baby up and down with me. I said DNA. She ran away for 3 years. She came back, talked about, and let me tell you the crazy part about it. She found one of my baby pictures online. This is why, like, sometimes I don't like to put pictures online. I have a thing of not putting pictures online, and I apologize if you go on my Instagram. But the reason why I don't like to put pictures online, because the girl took my picture offline and try to emulate her baby to do the same thing that I did when I was when I was down south. In a tub, in a dirty ass tub, washing up, smiling and shit. She tried to make her baby do that and almost got me too. She always hit me with the okie doke. Man, I still, if it wasn't for my auntie, cause my mother, My mother and father manipulated the whole situation. I told them, yo, that's not my kid. I told them for the longest, that is not my kid. No one believed me except my grandmother. And this is why I always tell you I love my grandmother to death. Both of my grandmothers and my auntie. My auntie actually beat stage 2 breast cancer. That was super dope about her. But yeah, I beat like 4 or 5 paternity tests. I used to sling dick everywhere, man. You know, fucking New England, the South, fucking Midwest, fucking South America, nigga, England. Oh shit, England. Them Somalian girls, they be looking crazy. All that shit they be doing, all that shit that they be doing and stuff when they be dancing Ethiopian, all that. It's weird to me. I'm like, oh shit! I jumped back a little bit because I didn't know what they were doing, and that's them doing their little traditional dance where they're like this and shit. I was like, yo, yeah, I'm not making fun of them, but yeah, them niggas be doing that shit. Them niggas kind of scared me a second when I didn't know what they were doing.
You're an immigrant doesn't mean you're less or anything. You're just an immigrant. I'm not.
Well, why would their time in
I'm not.
prison or what they
I'm
went
not
through?
Yo, all right, this is what I did. My mother took a DNA test. My mother took that traditional DNA test. I found out from Nigeria. This is on my mother's side. She's from Nigeria, Benin, Togo, and this is even Senegal. That's why I have a. That's why I did research on Benin. I did more research on Benin and Togo because that's where most of the genetics came from. But those were tribes, though. Like we can't even like. Let me tell you why I say it's a scam. Cause Benin was fucking created in the early 1900s. It was created in the 1900s by this white woman when they destroyed everything and took all the antiques and shit and put it in a museum in England. You know, Nigeria turned their back on us. You know how Nigeria is. They always switching up on niggas. And I'm not trying to shit on no giant Nigerians. I'm not gonna eat no jollof from them niggas, but them niggas be turning on niggas. My mother's Gullah. Yeah, my great grandmother's Gullah Geechee. But hers is from like Savannah. She know voodoo and everything. Well, hoodoo. They call it hoodoo. I think she know voodoo too though. Oh yeah, she was mean as fuck. She was compared to my great grandmother. Yeah, she was mean as fuck. Long hair, like my grandmother had long hair down to here. Black woman, dark skinned, just long hair and like mean. She wasn't worth shit, but that was my mother's mother. She was just mean. She ain't worth shit. Just fucking mean. My grandfather's mother, she wasn't worth shit. Well, no. That was her. Yeah, she wasn't worth shit. I can't tell by your mother's DNA. She's Geechee. Yeah, because I'm talking about my father's side. My mother's side is from Selma, Alabama. So, yeah. Like if I grow my hair out, my hair will be very curly. Like my kids' hair is curly, you know? That's just how it is. This Jake Long guy, I'm gonna say this. Just from listening where we left off at, I'm gonna go back a little bit. He plays victim a lot. One thing I learned about white supremacies lately, they've been playing victim. They got this victimized mindset. You know, and I know niggas might get mad just for saying it, but they got a victimized mindset. I threw my phone over there too, right? Yeah.
Now spinning out of control.
Okay, let me ask you this, Jake. When have white supremacist society not been able to talk about black people and how violent and degenerate we are? Y'all always talked about that. When have you not been able to talk about that?
I would say the last 40 years in America, maybe even back from like the
Really?
80s until the
Cap.
2020s, it basically
See,
became
he's already lying. We can't forget about Hillary Clinton calling us niggas super predators. So, yeah, my mother's family is actually no, my father's family's Geechee. My mother's family's from Selma, Alabama, and Tuscaloosa, and even Montgomery. I got people in Montgomery. So my family's like super country. So yeah. I know how y'all look at me like, yo, where the fuck do you fit in there? Yeah. Oh yeah. He's trying. Yeah. Sorry, hold on. Let me read it up here. I can't even read that. Hold on. He's trying. He's frying Tariq. Tariq is just practicing white supremacy just with a black face. Nah, but you gotta understand what he's saying is true because, like, when have they ever not been able to say what they wanted to say? White people always said what they wanted to say. They might use these code words, but yeah, they always call us thugs. Why you think they say, yo, they're thugs? They're degenerates. Remember, let me tell you something. Remember when these white people used to riot in the streets and stuff and they destroy properties and like, oh, boys is just being boys. But when we did it, it's like, oh yeah, all y'all are thugs. Everything, they all thugs. They're criminals. They need to be in jail. This is the shit that they used to say. Your mother's more than likely family comes from Congo. I dated a Congo girl before. I don't think so. Most of my family, that DNA test, most of that shit was like Benin and Togo. And mostly more Senegal. I had like 12% like Nigerian on my mother's side. I'm not telling my dad to take that shit because I think they trying to get niggas DNA and shit. And I wouldn't take it either. Because actually my father would probably have some, like I said, it just doesn't make sense. Because one of my great-great-grandmothers, the mean lady I was telling you about, her family was from Alaska. So it wouldn't make sense. They say like, oh yeah, she's from fucking Africa. And my family probably haven't been there in like fucking 5,000 years. Niggas just been chilling over here or just been traveling. That's why I always tell people all the time, like, yo, Africans or blacks or the black diaspora, we discovered everything. We were already in Asia. That's why you have Asians that are farmers. They have curly, coil hair like us. They're dark-skinned like us. They have our looks. You go to Russia. We created everything in Russia. That's why, what's his name? Vladimir, let me tell you something. I got a lot of love for Vladimir Putin. And the reason why is because at the end of the day, the shit that he didn't have to show all that shit about Jesus Christ being black. He didn't have to do that shit. He could have just said, yo, we're all Christians and Jesus Christ was white. He showed evidence to saying that Jesus Christ was black. The Jews were black. Like he had old shit from like thousands of years ago. Hold on. Attacking Caribbeans and Caribbean calling our homeland mud. No, that's Africa. Africa's got mud huts. Criminal. No, okay. So when we do that, it's just to tell you, like, yo, you can't be talking shit about Black Americans when you just fled some shit that was like a third world fucking country. You came here and this is your bread and butter. It's like, yo, it's like me giving you $100 and you just talking shit about me. Oh, this nigga only gave me a funky ass $100 and stuff. But with that $100, you did something great with it. That was something that you needed. Like, you can't shit on people that help you. This is all Tariq Nasheed is saying. He's not saying that y'all niggas is bad people. He has never said that y'all was bad people. He said, yo, y'all can't shit on people that help you. Like my great aunties, my great uncles and shit, them niggas was out there fighting in the streets for y'all niggas. I know some cousins, well, they were dead before they were. Cousins in my family got hung by trees because of y'all. Because they were trying to help y'all and have y'all come over here. And my family is one of those type of family that told them niggas don't go over there fucking around with Martin Luther King. Or fucking around with them civil right ass niggas. Cause them civil right motherfuckers is gonna get you killed. Fuck with us, we got guns and shit over here. Them niggas act up, we gonna pop a few and we gonna hide them in the fucking swamp. We have swamps in Alabama. Like my grandmother on my father's side, she grew up with James Brown. That's why James Brown was the way he was, because at the end of the day, he seen all that ignorant racist shit. That's why he was always like, yo, call me Mr. Brown. Don't call me James. Call me Mr. Brown. Yeah. But here y'all come over to this country. Hey, you white men. Don't trust them niggas over there. They trying to steal. I seen one. He put it in his pocket. You like, I thought we was all on the same page. Niggas ain't trying to steal. Niggas just trying to get up one. Niggas is trying to help everybody. Nigga didn't buy no food just for him. Niggas was like, yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how lit niggas was back in the days before y'all niggas came. Niggas was actually helping everybody. Nigga, if you didn't pay your rent, my nigga, and you needed some money, you needed a few dollars, niggas will come together and put that money together for y'all. So y'all don't leave the community. When the old niggas couldn't work no more, niggas was paying their rent. Niggas put money together. Niggas figured it out. It's just, this is what we do. This was what we used to do as a community. We never been on no tribalistic shit. You know, this was right about the gay rights and stuff. But they support that shit, you know? That has nothing to do with helping. No, we did that shit to help y'all, because at the end of the day, when y'all came over here, we would have been stronger as a group. That's why we did it. We wanted y'all to come over here. We wanted the Latinos to come over here. The Latinos came over here and they wanted to be white. They wanted to go with the Hispanic side. It has always been like that. Asians too. They didn't want to be, they didn't really want to fuck with us. Only the ones who've been here since the 1900s wanted to fuck with us. And the ones in California too, so, you know. It always been like that. It's just like we always have to fight for somebody. Then after that, when we need help, oh yeah, y'all niggas need to stop being lazy. Nigga, we just helped you fight. You didn't have to niggas didn't have to lift a finger, and you just reap benefits. That's why I was watching this fucking little kid talk about, oh yeah, you know what? Black people are lazy. They don't want to work. My family came over here with no money in their pockets. Yeah, nigga, you came over here with no money in your pockets because you know what? You was on welfare, nigga. Then you was like you was that 1% nigga that actually did, got something in life that actually helped your family. Most of us don't get that shit. That's why when you hear a white man complain about, oh yeah, they doing this to us, my nigga, you're a waste of a white person. And I'm sorry to put it that way. Most of these white people are a waste of a white person. Marcus Garvey came to New York and helped spark. No, niggas helped Marcus Garvey. Niggas came help Marcus Garvey, help turn into a mecca. No, we were already doing big things before Marcus Garvey. My nigga, we had Bumpy Johnson. Bumpy Johnson was, flipping numbers. Then after that, drugs got involved. He was doing the drug thing. Bumpy Johnson is Geechee, actually. He's from South Carolina. He's a Geechee. Michelle Obama's a Geechee. Chris Rock is a Geechee. Nigga, you figure out there's a lot of Geechee people out here. Yeah, there's a lot of Geechee people out here. And Stokely Carmichael, he just made the Black Power fist thing. Okay, you can have that. But what else did he done before that? He hasn't done anything. You know? And salute to Stokely Carmichael, but he didn't do this shit by himself. Like I'm being personally honest, Stokely Carmichael hasn't done that shit by himself. He had to get help. Yes, he has a great mind, but he didn't do that shit by himself. It is what it is. The only black male to sell out Madison Garden without singing or playing it. Oh, really? Oh, that's super dope. I never knew that. No, Bumpy Johnson was Nah, Bumpy Johnson died in the 60s, I think. I think Bumpy Johnson died in the 60s. Give me a second. You're thinking about Frank Lucas, I think. Frank Lucas was second hand in Frank Lucas learned from Bumpy Johnson. I'll tell you when Bumpy Johnson died. Yeah, Bumpy Johnson died in 1968. He was born in 1905. He's from South Carolina. He died in Harlem, New York. And you know who was fucking with him? Dutch Schultz. Dutch Schultz. So yeah, Madam Johnson was a beautiful woman too. His wife was beautiful. Bumpy right there. Yeah, Bumpy Johnson. He went to that California prison and everything, you know. That's where I think I want to go when I go to New York. I want to go see Bumpy Johnson's gravesite. You know, yeah, he did mad time in jail, you know. Yeah, he went to Alcatraz and everything. Yeah, he went to a California prison. You know, was he shot? I think he was shot too. Yeah, Bumpy Johnson, that's Black history, man. Even though he did a lot of shit, you know, he did who else? He did a lot of shit. Frank Matthews, he was probably one of the most richest drug dealers of all time. It never went to jail. He just ran away. Yeah, he died in 1960. My mother was born in 1968. But he was selling drugs all through the 30s and the 20s. Yeah, he was lit, man. Bumpy Johnson was lit. You gotta watch Hoodlums. That's a great movie. The guy who played Bumpy Johnson was Lawrence Fishburne. This was before he went to Alcatraz. This is the one when he was going against Schultz.
Taboo, and anybody that spoke against DEI or affirmative action or violent black culture would then get ostracized. They would get doxxed. It would be considered that they would automatically be branded with the racist card, and they wouldn't be able to hold a job, a position, public office and whatnot. And we've kind of broken through that echo chamber and now are able to have our side of the story, our opinion as white people in America. That, and by the way, I wanted to go back to the race numbers as far as interracial violence. So one thing is being in federal prison for 4 years and 6 days as a January.
I want to go to that convention too. I'll definitely go to that convention in New York if they have it when I'm there. So definitely. What my man saying right here too. Also, peep what he's saying. He was like, "Oh yeah, we couldn't judge black people and stuff." No, you could judge black people. You was the one putting out all the crazy shit back in the days. We can't forget about all the crazy shit that these white folks used to say about us. I can't forget about it. Yeah, you can't. This shit been going on for too long, man. Too many times that these motherfuckers has done it. They're just trying to push time back, but they can't. In August of 1920, 25,000 African Americans attended the first UNI convention. See, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's super dope, man. You gotta appreciate shit like that. You know? And like, Kwame, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to say that Africans or Caribbeans didn't contribute, cause Madam Stephanie St. Clair, she brought a lot to Harlem. St. Clair is like Haitian, I think. My ex-girlfriend was named St. Clair. She was Haitian, so Haitians got good pussy too. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why that's why Kwame goes only black, because he like black pussy. That's why, especially Haitian pussy. Oh yeah, right, Kwame? He's gonna take a while. Watch this. He gotta take a while. Yeah, Kwame already know, man. No, don't get me wrong. I dig the immigrants and stuff like that and what y'all have done, but at the end of the day, we're not getting mad at you that y'all niggas is doing big things. We getting mad at y'all because y'all being hypocrites. That's it. It's not that we don't like you. It's just y'all being hypocrites. We can't do that shit. If you want to do this Pan African shit, y'all should have been doing that Pan African shit. There was not that many people doing Pan Africanism 10, 15 years ago. It was only black Americans pushing that shit. Tell black Americans talk about, yo, I think I want to go to Africa and see how Africa is. Niggas didn't want to do that shit. All black women got that good water. Yeah, most of them do, man. Yeah, most of them do. No, but Asian guys were good. But yeah, this shit happens, man. We gotta be careful with people like Jake Lang because he tried to change it. He gives false narratives. You know, this is a false narrative that this man's getting. Pan-Africanism, pay attention to this shit. This guy right here, Jake Lang, this is the guy who did a protest in Texas and the shit flopped. Him and the other guy, Philip Anderson. I was supposed to do a podcast on it. You know what? I might even do it after this. And we're gonna watch it.
January 6th political prisoner, which I just got pardoned by President Trump. I noticed amongst the black inmates, a lot of them were miscategorized, and the mixed inmates, ones that had a black parent and a white parent, or ones that had a white parent and a Spanish parent, were all categorized. There was a huge amount of them categorized as white on their paperwork, and you would look at them and clearly say, this is not a white person. So I actually, in my own experiences, I've seen it the opposite, that it's not white on black violence or the other way that it is being underreported, as you've claimed. It's actually, in my experience, that they've actually started to kind of over-report other races as being white.
And that's
so
and
that's
and
my
and,
personal
and,
experience.
that's the amazing thing of white supremacy. Even the white people who are in jail ain't even white. They're still black. That shows the privilege of white supremacy, sir, and you just proved that. Also, let's back up. You said in the last
No, I'm
four.
not saying that
Facts.
I'm not saying that
That's
they
right,
they
Kwame.
categorize
Right.
black
Yeah,
people as
I
being
believe
that's
white.
how much privilege you got. Even the white people that's in jail ain't
At the end
even
of the
white.
day,
That's how
Pan-Africanism
much
need
of
to
a
stay
privilege
I
on
you have,
know.
those
sir.
the Europeans'
Sir,
back
you
bumper
did
as
something that
well.
black people couldn't do in a
Y'all, let me
million
tell y'all
years.
something. I'm gonna give you the secret, Kwame. I'm sorry, but I gotta give Kwame the secret. The reason why the reason why Black Americans has been winning with all these other countries and like achieving most of our goals, cause we stay on niggas' back bumper and we send the righteous niggas over. We don't send the Dr. Umars over. We send the niggas with money. We send the niggas with talent. We send the niggas that people are gonna listen to. Dr. Umar can get so far with people, but he can't get to that base of people. Tariq Nasheed can get to the base of people. This is why in certain countries Tariq Nasheed can't go. He's on a ban list because they know that like yo he could bring black people together. They don't give a fuck about Dr. Umar because Dr. Umar, it's just shit just keeps on coming out about him. That school should have been started. Niggas is still on his back bumper about that school and where all that money went. That's all. That's what niggas is thinking. But I personally think I'm gonna be personally honest. I think Dr. Umar can finish the school. It's just like, yo, he can't keep on looking for a fucking handout. Dr. Umar wants to give nigga, you getting all that money. This motherfucker has over $500,000 and fucking like what 10 years of that money, probably like 3 times more than that. And nigga, you still didn't finish that fucking school? Nigga, we should be on your back bumper. Pan-Africanism should be on your bumpers. Like, yo, nigga, how you handling this fucking money? Our kids need to be educated. You talk about all this education and how these kids are supposed to be educated, but you can't do it, my nigga. We want you to do it. You the one who gave us the hope. Is a way better leader. No, he's not. Tariq Nasheed got shit popping. He encouraged other people's fucking country and traditions when niggas wanted to call themselves Peter and not their traditional name. He told people about Mansa Musa. He told people how great Africa is. He told people how great Haiti was. He told people how sexual deviant these motherfuckers was with Buck Broken. Because Buck Broken was all of us. Niggas act up, they sending us to Jamaica. That's what happened. It wasn't just America. No, they sent everybody to Jamaica. Y'all niggas ain't listening? Oh, yeah. Then let me tell you the nasty shit that these niggas used to do. And I'm going to be personally honest. These niggas used to poop on these niggas' face and mouth and stuff. This is how nasty that your enemies were. I'm talking about I'm talking about basically resume. I'm talking about resume. A nigga who has 11th grade education to a nigga who's a psychologist. The nigga who's a psychologist is a fucking front. This school should have been popping 5 years ago. I stopped, nigga. You know how many times, you know how much delusion I was because of Dr. Umar? Because I was like, nah, nigga, schools doesn't. I was like, oh yeah, schools take long to fix up and stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. No, this nigga didn't want to take time picking out a fucking school. So he picked out the very worst one where he had to get the shit fixed. Nigga, at least pay the fucking inspector to scam your shit to make the school work. Like, come on. If you was a... Yeah, but that's where Buck Broken was going. They were sending niggas to Jamaica. Yeah, they were buck breaking niggas in Jamaica, yeah. Pooping on niggas and shit. Sexually violating niggas. Yeah, they were doing all that stuff. Yo, them Europeans is freaks, man. Them British motherfuckers is freaks. Let me tell you something. When these niggas came to America, they were all killers, all fucking psychopaths. They didn't send over there, oh yeah, we sent over the Jesus Christ guys. No, they sent over the killers. They sent over the serial killers. The sexual deviant violators. You think they can control this country with nice people? Fuck no. Fuck no. And I'm going to say it like that because at the end of the day, they never did. But Dr. Umar, I'm going to tell you this. I fully didn't give up on you, but you need to get your shit together, my nigga. I'm sorry. You need to get your shit together. Ain't no way in hell niggas should be stunting on you like this. After you said what you said about us, you ran out to fucking Ghana, talk about you gonna get yourself another fucking wife. No, nigga. Yeah, who's it? Dr. Umar is a campus. No, hookah lounge, that school. Yeah, but at the end of the day, why is this school hasn't got put on? Use your own money. He talked shit about Tariq Nasheed, but Tariq Nasheed is putting his own money into this shit. Tariq Nasheed been doing this shit for 20 years. He changed. You know why Tariq Nasheed changed? Because Tariq Nasheed, hold on. Before Tariq Nasheed started doing this foundational Black American thing, he was giving relationship advice. He was teaching niggas how to mac and get bitches. This is what he was doing. Then he was like, yo, he got into Hollywood. He was like, yo, man, I want to make this movie about Black America. Them niggas was trying to like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. She's like, oh, okay. This nigga put his own money up and got what? Hidden Colors. That was for all of us. But it was about Africa. But guess what? We all supported it. We all supported it. Not because it was a black man. It's because, you know what? It was history that Black Americans should know and Africans should know. Niggas don't be trying like, yo, I want to be like fucking niggas from Nigeria. No. Niggas don't be like, oh yeah, I want to be like niggas from, Ghana or like Congo. No. Niggas never said that. White campus needs federal funds. We see in white schools. Yeah, they're crying because at the end of the day, these white women were getting money from DEI. Most people don't understand that. Women were getting money, white women were getting money from DEI. That shit's getting cut down. That's why it doesn't affect foundational black Americans. First, a lot of us, if we do go to school, we don't really go to school like that. Second, most of that shit was going to like immigrants. Not just black immigrants, Latino immigrants, Asian immigrants, white immigrants, handicapped people. Yeah, all that shit was going to them. We didn't give a fuck about that shit. And I'm just being personally honest.
You're sitting up on Twitter talking to me. You stormed the Capitol. You got Black Panthers in prison from the 1960s
Yep.
talking about doing what you
This is
did.
the shit.
This is white supremacy and white privilege.
He got that victimizing mindset. Kwame, this is what you need to pray. Yo, this is what you need a picture right now, and this is what you need to take advantage of right now. If you want to get that shit popping in Africa, these white people got this mindset. Look what they did for the South Africans. You should be taking advantage of that. A white South African shouldn't have to say shit to you, nigga. They should be like, oh, yo, you niggas, no, nigga, how you gonna talk about us niggas and nigga, you had to flee from some niggas who live in mud huts. Niggas who chew on monkey bones, nigga. Come on. This is what we doing now, nigga. You're the worst fucking white person of all times. How dare you talk to me like that?
White privilege
No,
comes with white
Trump
supremacy.
pardoned many black people as well. There were, I mean,
No,
my
no,
friend Cash Kelly,
yeah,
my friend Daryl Neely, my friend,
Those are
what's
tethers.
his
not
name?
for
We called him the Colonel.
yeah, not for storming no damn, not from storming
No,
the
no, of
Capitol.
course.
You know,
The January Sixers.
pardon
January
people. Yeah,
Sixers.
yeah, they pardon people for like having weed or some shit.
No. I'm talking about Black January Sixers. I know about maybe a dozen of them, plus other races as well too that weren't white that Donald Trump pardoned, as well. So these are real life conservative patriots that I would lay
Well,
down my
that
life
doesn't
for in an
negate the
instant.
fact that black people generally they
Philip
can't. You're
Anderson.
right. That black people can't do what, and these people don't really identify as black. Like Enrique Terrio, y'all try to say he's black. His
No, he's Cuban.
right,
He's not. I didn't even mention his name,
right,
honestly.
right.
I mentioned other people that do identify as
Right.
black, that are black, that some of them come from some pretty rough backgrounds as
And no,
well.
most of them are Caribbean, by the way. Some of those people you name, they come from Caribbean backgrounds. They don't come from foundational Black American culture. But again, something you said that you said well,
I
like
didn't name
hold
any
on, hold
Caribbeans. I named African Americans
yeah,
that were pardoned by Trump for
yeah.
being
No,
patriots.
but those people you name, some of those folks from my studies, they don't come.
But that's cool, Kwame. You know why? Because it's a start. It's a start, and guess what? It's open. It's open. Dr. Umar shit hasn't been open in almost 10 years. You got the nigga fucking Vlad talking shit about him. When you got Vlad talking shit about you, my nigga, you doing bad. This is why, let me tell you something. This is why I came in the defense of Booker T. The reason why I came in the defense of Booker T about the sexual predator dude, because that shit can happen nigga. I was wrestling with this one guy. He was a Spanish cat from Lawrence, Massachusetts, or Lowell. Spanish cat, skin and bones and everything. He requested me on Facebook. I personally don't do the Facebook thing, but he requested me. I'm like, cool, boom. Nigga, his girl got mad at him, and you know what she did? She put his sexual offense joint on online. Cause she was mad at him. White girl. So like, we don't check. They don't do background checks. No wrestlers don't do background checks. I'm gonna make that nigga. There's this guy named Lurk. Something Lurk. He was a wrestler. He was a wrestler for probably like less than a year. He was supposed to be great. He was supposed to be probably one of the best big men coming out of NXT. This nigga got caught saying racist shit and doing a gay porno, nigga. And doing a gay porno. I never seen that nigga ever since. Look him up. His name is like Lurk something. He had a match with Aleister Black. He had a handicap match with Velveteen Dream and Ricochet. So it was crazy when that shit happened. I was like, what? This dude did that shit? And like even Velveteen Dream, like niggas just trying to hit him with some type of some child predator shit. And the nigga ain't in jail. This is what I'm not getting. The nigga ain't in jail. It's not like, yo, this shit been 15 years ago. This shit just happened like no less than like 5-10 years ago. And this nigga ain't in jail. This is why I always tell people all the time I support Velveteen Dream. Because he hasn't been convicted. Shake my head, Val. I'm Booker T. Team Booker. We coming for you, nigga. Yeah. I'm Team Booker. Vlad, nah. I don't fuck with Vlad like that. I don't even like watching his shit. There's sometimes I have to watch his interviews. It's just I don't like to watch it. I personally, because you just look at it like, yo, this nigga... He's just setting niggas up. Just like, why I just did that shit on Adam 22. I think, and yo, listen to me, Kwame. Adam 22 is a new Diddy. When has he never tried to groom women? He tried to groom Neon's girl. He basically, his wife is a porn star. Then he's trying to groom that little 16-year-old girl from Canada. That nigga's like, yo, busted him with, and he lost deals because of it. I can't defend him now. I don't give a fuck if he's from New Hampshire. And his father was pardoned by fucking Bill Clinton for doing fraud and fucking around with the votes. Yeah. Strong arm the niggas from the votes. You don't think he's a Fed? Nigga, y'all niggas is crazy. I'm Booker T, man. You can't do that shit, man. Free Puff, he's guilty on domestic violence. Yeah, he's guilty for everything except the shit that they telling him that he's guilty on. He didn't he didn't human traffic nobody. But you know what they consider human trafficking is? Flying women out. Then paying for them. That's human trafficking. That's how Hunter Biden got caught up in that shit.
From our lineage. They come from Caribbean backgrounds. Some of those people, they are technically African American.
Yes.
But they're not foundational Black American, meaning their lineage doesn't go back to slavery in this country.
That honestly sounds pretty racist, like black on black racism.
Because you're white,
my
that's
friends,
why it just doesn't.
Well, I got this. I have a very close friend of mine, and everybody on here. Well, I know. I'm about to
we get
explain.
into some anecdotal thing. How is our lineage racist? I have a lineage.
Well, no, I'm saying. So first of all, I have a very close friend. Everybody knows him on here. His name's Dom Luker. He's 1.5 million on X. Very smart individual, and me and him have long talks on this. And actually, there's like this split in the Black community about like what you said, ancestral or anecdotal, or people from I guess 400 years or plus more here, plus other people that are kind of coming in on the phrase of things, and there's like a split between like who's the realest Black man in the room. So I don't know. You guys got to deal with that in your own community.
No. We don't talk like who's the realest Black. No. That's white supremacists. Filtering. That's not. No, we didn't say nothing like that.
I mean, you're the one putting them down. You're the one saying that they're not as Black as I am.
I didn't say nothing like that. So we're not going to do on white not say so.
See, he caught lying. Got caught lying.
Don't do that. We don't do on white not. I didn't say anything remotely like that.
Well,
see how he just got caught lying, man. You can't do that shit, man. This is the shit that we have to deal with as a Black American. Even some Caribbean people have to deal with that shit. Why this nigga so on Caribbeans? Because you know what? Because for years, Caribbeans and Africans have been committing crimes, and we've been taking the blame for it. Kwame, that's like me stealing something, and they keep on saying, "Oh, yo, it was Kwame." I swear that it's Kwame stealing out the store. Yo, we need to lock this nigga up. He's a fucking thief. You'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck?" No. It was a Rochland. Look at that picture. It looked like a Rochland. Rochland looks like a foundational Black American. Me, I'm Jamaican. Jamaican niggas don't do that shit. Oh no, you ain't gonna blame me for that. Yeah, that's all it is. You just bringing clarity on certain shit. You know, we're not saying that you're not black. It's just we're the foundation of America. Our blackness is the foundation of America. It's like your foundation is of Canada. I mean, not Canada, Caribbeans. Of the Caribbean countries and stuff. That's your foundation. Y'all created and built that country. You know? And what the crimes? But Kwame, you know what? You can't talk about crimes when we look at your country. Niggas be macheteing niggas. Did we forget about Lizard Man? We can't find Lizard Man? Why can't we find Lizard Man? Vibes Cartel? Nigga probably butchered the nigga up and gave him the pigs, man. That's why Vibes Cartel is out now, because the nigga can't find the nigga Lizard Man's body. Are we not gonna say this nigga's a killer? Can we not say that? No, like, we're not saying that we're not black. We're just saying that we had an ethnogenesis compared to y'all. You know? Ain't nothing like, yo, like, you can say all these states but compared to all your country, all the countries you're from, my nigga, yeah, that shit is nothing. That's a spectrum, nigga. So, y'all nigga, you got barbecue in your country, my nigga. That nigga's having a civil war with the government. What are you talking about, nigga? Kwame, fucking barbecue. Salute to that freedom fighter, but the niggas killing niggas. Those are not high crime city. Are you serious? So Miami is not a high crime city? Y'all niggas don't be extorting niggas, kidnapping niggas, fucking running up and doing homeland security. I mean, home, was it, y'all don't do armed robberies in Florida? Of course y'all do. Y'all don't be doing that shit in New York? Of course y'all niggas do. Y'all niggas is lit in New York right now. And you're only a tether if you undermine Black Americans. So if you undermine Black Americans, you're a tether. So are you trying to tell me something, Kwame? Most of y'all niggas is y'all undermine Black people, don't like Black people? And even hold on, we can even look at California. Them niggas is mixed in California. You can't compare Miami's crime rate to Chicago's or Detroit. Yes, you can. Don't forget, we gotta say that these niggas is getting killed. These niggas is just lighting these niggas up. And the reason why these niggas is getting even lit up is because niggas don't have OGs in Chicago. All their OGs is in jail. Them niggas don't even know where the disciples come from. They just naming it as a fucking street because their father has done it. But they didn't go through the guidelines of who they were. It is. They don't know about Jeff Ford and fucking Larry Hoover. They don't know about none of that shit. These is kids raising kids. Of course they're gonna be city of gods, man. You know? Yeah, it's just the city of gods. And like, yo, I would still go to Jamaica. It's just, nigga, I know it's dangerous in Jamaica. I'd rather go to Chicago than to Jamaica. And I have said some foul shit too niggas in California, in Chicago. I'd rather go to Jamaica. I'd rather go to California. I mean Chicago first before I go to Jamaica, cause I know I could be extorted or kidnapped. You know, if the price is right, hell yeah. And don't forget, y'all niggas, when y'all leave those countries, y'all bring crime to those countries. The shower posse, all that shit. They brought that shit to Boston. Niggas had to air them niggas out. What you mean? Nah, that's not true. That's cap. I think that's like super cap. And the reason why it's super cap because they would have called in the military. Yeah, they would have called in the military. And was it you who told me that Chicago was built by a Haitian? I think you told me that. It was built by a Haitian guy. He was a scammer, and that's why he ran from Haiti to America. But yeah, he's a scammer, man. Facts. Hey, yo, y'all niggas shout out to Wiz Mason. Salute Wiz Mason. That's my business partner. That nigga been down. Yo, this nigga been helping me ever since I was in college. The first time. I went to college twice. I ain't even gonna lie. I went to Massasoit Community College. That's where me and Wiz Mason went. And I went to Bunker Hill Community College. So if you ever seen Goodwill Hunting, that was my college. Let me see what you said, my man. Hold on, let me see. New York is tether crime. Yeah, it's tether crime. Facts. It was founded by a Haitian G. Yeah, but he was a scammer. You already started off bad. What the fuck? You already started off Chicago bad. That's why y'all try to make that shit a sanctuary country. I mean, state. You know? Yeah, y'all niggas started off bad. Then you talk about New York. It's all Irish immigrants. Them Irish immigrants is the worst too. I'm sorry. I like Irish women. I like Irish women here and there, like probably every other like 20 years. But I met this super dope Irish girl I used to fuck with. Her name was Emer or some shit like that. She got a kid now in England. Right here, everywhere. Like she had red hair and everything. Every time I seen her, like yo, I kissed her. And nigga, I haven't seen like there was one time I haven't seen her in like 2 years. It was, what's up? And she remembered me. I remember her and stuff. We always, I was thinking about you and stuff like that. But yeah, she went back to England and shit like that. Would I ever go out with her? Probably not. Nah, I don't really like to like mix like that. Hold on. Caribbeans the ones who brought all the yeah. See, they brought all the drugs, man. The drugs is crazy. Cause black Americans don't got that type of connections. So it just only connection I think we ever had was Frank Lucas. He was bringing shit over from the Vietnam War, the Viet Cong War, if I'm right. Undermines every Tesla's do it. Well, we have to undermine you because at the end of the day, y'all be trying to tell us what to do, and your country's is crazy right now. So you can't tell a person what to do when your country's crazy. Hey, salute to Dante Green. Thank you for watching the show. That's Kwame. He's a legend. Yo, he's probably East Coast troll right here. He's probably top 10, top 5 East Coast troll. He'll troll the shit out of you, but he gives you great knowledge sometimes, like with the Chicago joint. So yeah, salute to you, Dante. But yeah.
Well, so what is their credentials? They have the same skin color, melanin. You know, they've been through hardships as well. If according to your point of views, why are they less, connected to the roots or, I don't understand where the internal racism comes from.
There is none because there is none. That's why you don't understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, you were putting them down as like a lesser party, not me.
I didn't say that.
You're saying those people aren't
I didn't
ancestral
say that they
blacks.
were lesser. Just because you're an immigrant doesn't mean you're less or anything. You're just an
Told you,
immigrant.
Quan.
I'm
Well,
not.
why
I'm
would their time in
I'm not
prison or what they
I'm not
went
an
through?
we have different lineages, and that's okay. That's not even good or bad. You're the one
Well, you're saying
you're the one,
they're not real
sir.
blacks, they're
Okay,
Caribbean.
okay. What we Jake, we don't do that, Jake. All right, you're
Uh
gonna have to slow down. I know
oh.
you're emboldened by being pardoned and all that stuff, but yeah, we don't do that. You got to slow down
Yeah.
because
You
you're
corner
talking
him over
over me.
here.
For the architects of today.
Yeah, you got to check these white folks sometime, man. Yo, them niggas get crazy.
Got to slow that down because now, yeah, it can be interpreted as disrespect.
Prison
I
are the
can speak for
pioneers
myself,
of the
Jake. I don't
well,
need you to
let me
put words in my
just
mouth. We don't do that. We
pioneers
don't
of
do I'm
black
white and I
crime.
say so.
Oh shit. Kwame, why you rate that shit? That's why I say he's a troll. Kwame, that's not necessarily true. Like, yo, there has always been crime. If they're the pioneer of crime, it's probably the white race. They probably committed most of the genocide of all times. Everywhere they go, they commit genocide. So it's just there's something that they do. You can't give yourself that type of credit.
Because you're trying to practice white supremacy right now and doing I'm white and I say so, telling me I said something that I didn't say. That's you practicing white supremacy. That's the same thing as George Floyd died of fentanyl. Just saying shit.
Well, I mean, there's statistical data
Right,
that goes along with
right.
that as far as the coroner's report
Which
does.
is not
But
true.
the question
Which is
before
not
we
true.
get
But hold on,
across
but
this,
no, let me finish what I'm saying. I have a lineage that's unique from Caribbeans and continents.
What's going on, Randall? Yo, nice to see you again, man. What's going on? How's everything? How's your Monday? Good? Hope so, man. Thank you for coming to the topic.
Continental Africans. That's not good, bad, right, or wrong. That's not bad or worse. I'm not an immigrant. I don't have an immigrant background. And people from immigrant backgrounds, a lot of times, they're going to have a different outlook on certain things in certain parts of culture than we do. And that's okay. You have a lot of people who are Caribbean or come from Caribbean backgrounds who don't look at white supremacists the same way as foundational Black Americans. That's why they will align with some of you white supremacists, and we won't. That's why you guys can get the Enriques and all of these people
Right.
because over in their homelands that you guys basically your fellow white
They already
supremacists
beat the
have
fuck up.
decimated. You psychologically broke them, but you haven't psychologically broken us. So we don't do the one big Negro narrative. I'm saying that. Another thing I wanted to clear up that you said, you were like, yeah, we in the last 40 years you haven't been able to speak about black thugs and all of this.
Cap.
Sir, y'all have never not talked about black people and denigrated us. You've always denigrated us. In your movies, your media landscape, it's nothing but black stereotypes. Even in your reality shows, cops, first four.
Facts. He didn't give a fuck if George Floyd died. That nigga was trying to get a body. I think that day he was getting a body. The nigga was like, I can't breathe. If a nigga say I can't breathe, you gotta lighten up on what you doing. He should have just did that. Shit would have been straight. He couldn't understand it, so now he's in jail. He's in the place that he needs to be at. He's paying his debt to society. Why can't this nigga let him pay his debt to society? Let him do that 22 years. He deserves them 22 years. He did what he wasn't supposed to do, you know? So, hey, fuck it.
48, everything is about black thug imagery. Ronald Reagan in the 70s, he was promoting the whole welfare queen narrative. The Clintons in the 90s, they were pushing the thug criminal crime bill narrative. So you've always
is there not some merit though there as far
no,
as
no,
statistical data goes?
no,
Like,
because
why does the before I get muted again,
yeah,
please. Why does the NCVS, the National Crime Victim Survey, which is a survey done by the FBI, talking and asking the victims? If you go on my website,
I know what the devil thought. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say this, Kwame. Larry Elder, That nigga couldn't even get himself out of a fucking cookie jar. Larry Elder, I will school that nigga. Let him come at me like he came at Charlemagne, he won't last. He can know all the historical things about Black America, but at the end of the day, niggas gonna be like, yo, you haven't done shit. You haven't done shit. You had this white man disrespect your fucking ass, and after that, you praising and kissing this nigga's feet like you was an African from a tribal country, my nigga. Living in a fucking mud hut. So that Larry Elder, I'm glad you said that, Kwame, because you know what? I don't like Larry Elder, because Larry Elder always got some smoke for black people, but when them white people come, he gets scared. Me, I'm never scared. This is why, Kwame. I'm going to tell you this. You influenced me to go try to get reparations. You said some fly shit to me one day. You was like, yo, what are you doing to help reparations? And I was like, you know what? I need the help. I did enough with this media stuff. I like doing media. This is my bread and butter, but at the end of the day, we gonna get busy, my nigga. We gonna get these reparations. If I have to act a fool and niggas have to see me act a fool, and my wrestling coach could be like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga Val doing? So my name is, in the indies, I'm Valentine. FL Valentine. So, yeah. Yeah, nigga, you gotta get busy out here. All our great grandparents got busy for us, got busy for you, Kwame, and you ain't out here, 10 toes down, letting these white people like, yo, talk shit about you and stuff like that. Nah, fuck that. We're gonna show you how to do it now. We try to do this kumbaya shit, but now we got to show you how to do it. And you know what? We want you to go back into both of your countries and show them how to do it. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are right about that, Rando. The motherfuckers is mean, but at the end of the day, we got to show them how to do it now, Rando. We can't do this kumbaya waiting for these niggas to get their shit together. Let me see. Dr. Tony Teller pointed out Jewish niggas been saying that shit for years, Kwame. We was already hip for that from the Rothschilds. You been knew about the Rothschilds. Who you think built Spellman and Morehouse? Where you think the name Spellman came from? One of the Rothschilds. I know that. You probably didn't even think I knew that, but I knew it. I knew that. It's just, let me tell you something. The white people in America are not the higher class white people that people think. The highest white people in the world is probably Jewish people. All jokes aside. And the reason why, because white people gave them that power. So it's just, hey, bluefish. The white people gave those Jewish people that power, man. We can't say shit. The white people gave them that power. We didn't give them power. We didn't tell them like, oh, yo, nah, nigga, they gave them that power. They knew how they was. They thought like, yo, the difference between Jewish people and white people is just Jewish people are just way more cheaper. That's it. I'm not even gonna lie. Them niggas is just way more cheaper than white people. White people would not give a black man a fucking dollar. You know? But Jewish people give somebody, but white person will give another white person a dollar. Say these. Yeah. White people Jewish people just way more cheaper. They more frugal with their money. They don't give their money out like that. They keep their shit in their community. White people, white Americans, they keep their money where they know they can probably make money at. Probably. It is what it is.
website, Protect White Americans US, pwaus.com. I have a number of different statistics there, and they're from the National Crime Victim Survey, talking about egregious black crimes just in general, but
There's no
that's
such
not
thing
what
as
I
black
focus on.
crime.
Well, so wait.
Oh,
So
Did you hear what I just said?
the
There is no such thing as black
This
crime.
shit's
What the hell
soft.
is black crime?
crimes that inordinately black people are committing,
Which
such
is
as
what?
murder and assault and robbery,
Y'all do more than
that
nobody.
outside of their per
Murders.
capita.
Nobody murders more than white supremacists.
Hey, yo, Stillman, are you from England? I think Stillmate is from England. I don't think he's from the States. So you be drinking tea and eat crumpets all day, huh? Yeah, that nigga be drinking tea and crumpets all day. So you probably one of them like European Africans, or are you like a Anglo-Saxon European? It's all right. No. What do I need to borrow? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna read that out loud, bro. I'm not reading that shit out loud. Most wealthy people don't have souls. Yeah, he's right. Yo, Kwame's crazy. Yeah, grandpa pub ass nigga. Yeah. Hold on. Yo, Stalemate, are you from England? That nigga's scared. Y'all niggas got that nigga Stalemate scared. They talk too much like this shit's yeah, yo. Salute to Stalemate. Salute to you, Stalemate. Yo, are you from England? He don't want to talk.
That's not what the statistical data says,
Based
brother.
on lot,
Just simply
the white supremacists.
based on the National Crime Victim
Sir,
Survey.
the white supremacists, your community carry out whole genocides.
Oh shit!
I'm
Didn't I just say that? I swear to God, I just said that. These niggas commit atrocities everywhere they go. Like yo, they fuck some shit up. Shit is always fucked up, or some shit is always backwards. That's why, like, yo, I be telling y'all, I was like, yo, y'all niggas need to find out who y'all fighting. My niggas said, yo, Grandpa Pump. Can you please pass the butter? Yeah, I remember that commercial. Jake Lake is Jewish. No, Jake Lake is a white man. White man trying to be... He's trying to be a white American. Let Jay... I thought he was... I'm going to personally be honest. I thought he was some type of Asian. Lang. But he's not. He's... I don't know what the fuck he is. He might be Jewish, man. Jake Lang, man. That nigga's lit. Yo, he's crazy. That nigga got booed out of his own fucking I'm sorry. The nigga got booed out of his own you could Google it. Let me see what this man said. Was Jewish plantation communities in South America and was for a time it was established in 1600. Yeah, he might be a mutt. I'm gonna say this, Kwame. We don't give a fuck about South America. South America been doomed before them niggas got to that country. Them niggas should just left that shit native. I'm gonna be personally honest. They fucked that country up. South America was so beautiful. They had one of the dopest animals and shit like that, but it just Cash Kelly. Hey yo, you see the black dude? His name is Philip Anderson. Look him up. He's a class clown, my nigga. I'm sorry, that nigga look crazy as fuck. When all those white people talk about my family, like nigga, you look darker than I do, nigga. What you mean your family? What are you adopted, nigga? And salute to the niggas who be adopting kids, but yo, this is the nigga that you should have probably left in the orphanage. I'm sorry, it's just that nigga look crazy. And he's big too. He's jacked, but the nigga got beat the fuck up and got his tooth chipped, nigga. The nigga reminded me of Sneeko. That shit brought me back to Sneeko when Sneeko got beat up by the nigga, the FBA nigga in the the FBA nigga in the club. And he had all them UFC niggas with him. Jacob, what is South America? Yeah, probably in South America, but it just. Hey yo, that shit. Shout out to Steelmate. Shout out to you, Steelmate. Keep on doing your thing. Keep on trolling, man. These niggas like that shit in there, man. These niggas is almost seasoned vets doing this shit. So yo, get your troll on, man. You can troll. Yo, you can troll me. I don't give a fuck. Yo, you know Kwame was trolling me when I met him. He's still doing it. When James Brown said, "Take my voice, take a voice off your record," it went off everybody's head. Yeah, probably it's still going off my head. I still don't know what he's trying to say, but James Brown is he's the influence of hip hop. I'm gonna say that. He influenced hip hop. Niggas is flashy, the niggas dancing, singing, rapping. That nigga was rapping. And we didn't even catch the shit. New York status the most. There wasn't no motherfucking Jews. They let me tell you something. They funded the slave boats in the slave trade, but I don't think they. The Soul Brothers. Shout out to James Brown. Salute. But I'm gonna say this. I think they funded it. I don't think they controlled any slaves. There was some that controlled slaves, but you know them niggas is freaks anyways. Them Jewish niggas is freaks. You didn't see them niggas got Kwame Gregory. Y'all didn't catch this nigga in the Ashkenazi place in New York with bloody fucking mattresses and shit. Them niggas was violating somebody. Yeah, probably. Who knows? You know, he's a soul brother. That's what they used to call James Brown, the soul brother. Yeah, them niggas in East New York. Yeah, y'all niggas in East New York, y'all be doing some freaky shit, my nigga. Let me tell you something. When niggas raided that place and they found bloody bed sheets, mattresses and shit, niggas never heard nothing else about that shit. Y'all niggas in New York is crazy. Gregory Calloway. Shout out to you. Salute. What's going on, pimpin'? But yeah, I'm a James Brown fan. My favorite song out of James Brown is Try Me. That's my song. Try Me by James Brown. Try me. And there's other songs that he has that are great, but that's one of my favorite songs. Everybody's favorite song is It's a Man's World. I love that song, but Try Me was a little bit different. It was super different because I don't know. It was King of Heron. Who, James Brown? I thought he was a king of coke. I know he did a lot of coke. I didn't know he did heroin. Yeah, that nigga was lit. That nigga did. James Brown did time in prison. You know. And also too, I can't let you bash him too because James Brown grew up with my grandmother. Oh, jokes aside, he grew up with my grandmother in Augusta, Georgia, or St. Clair's. She said he always been creative. And he was from South Carolina. Oh, yeah. I like me some James Brown.
I'm just looking at the statistical
I'm just
data.
looking at history, sir.
There's
the song King Heron? I gotta listen. Yo, I'm gonna listen to that on my way to work tonight. So definitely, thank you for letting me know about that song. If y'all know any other songs, I'm gonna listen to it while going to work. Cause all I do is just listen to content. So I do need to listen to some songs.
Of murders in this country
So
happen from a mere 6% of the population, which is black males.
50. So
That is an
how many?
inordinate. That is a 10-to-1 inordinate imbalance in the community. And I'm here not as a white supremacist.
Hmm.
I am here as a noticer of statistics, as a man that loves the culture that I'm from, my own people, and saying, hey,
No.
why is the black culture being perverted
Okay.
to brainwash the black youth
oh,
into
so they
wanting
can't
to
be
hurt, murder, and steal from people? And I
That's
want
a
to create
projection.
a
facts.
cultural integration.
Well, that's a projection,
Facts.
sir. What you're
You're right,
doing is
Kwame.
projecting talking points. You're projecting your culture. You guys, your white supremacist community, you commit the most murders. Raw numbers. You not only commit the most murders, your violence is so normalized, it doesn't even get classified as murder. You get to be so violent, and your violence is flipped into self-defense because white victimhood has always been the justification for your innate violence. So you guys can go out and kill people and it doesn't even get listed as murder.
Facts.
Like white Hispanic George Zimmerman, damn near every white cop.
Yo, he's spitting game, man.
And
Yo, he's
create a
spitting
website
gems
that's
at y'all right now. So we gotta take this in what he's saying. Like, yo, these people are committing all these crimes and stuff, and these niggas ain't getting charged for it.
They're not listed as murderers. This is your culture, sir. We get over police, you get under police. So those crime
He's
stats,
backpedaling
you have
now.
to
That
put them
nigga's
in the real
backpedaling. Watch you. Listen to
context.
him once we done.
You're not really classified as murderers when you kill. You get a green light to kill. That's how degenerate your culture is. Are you really at liberty to point fingers at black people when you have a degenerate culture where your crimes have been normalized? Like your
Facts.
rapes. Y'all were allowed to just rape people all willy-nilly and not even be
Yeah.
punished
I
for
mean,
it.
I'm sorry, but the nigga put him on the spot. I'm laughing at the nigga because he put him on the spot. And the shit is true too. Like, he nigga can't even get mad. I want to know what the nigga's excuse is now.
Normalized like your rapes. Y'all were allowed to just rape people all willy-nilly and not even be punished
I
for
mean,
it.
are you talking about modern day stuff, or you're
Oh,
talking
I'm talking
about
just
when the white slave
in
owners
general.
would rape
Nothing has
Thousand
changed since
sources.
slavery, sir.
cattle?
Nothing has
Create
changed
that.
since
Yes,
slavery.
there's
Nothing has
there's
changed.
human
No, no.
rights, the civil rights movement.
Because they're white. Kwame. Jewish people are white. The fuck? The fuck shit, Kwame. The niggas is white. Because a nigga has a religion don't mean that they're different. Come on, Kwame. We can't do this, bro. Them niggas is white. Because of Jewish wives. No, them niggas is white, Kwame. We can't do that, man. We can't lie like that. You know me. I will defend you, but Jewish people are white. They from the same Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, like every other white person. What makes them different? If anybody's different, it's probably Germans and Russians, because their genetics is different from white people. They might even be fucking Cheddar Man's fucking family members. There we go.
Nothing has changed since
Go on,
Jim
And I
Gregory.
Crow.
remember
Yeah.
that when
And that,
everybody
that
got
was
equal.
foundational black Americans forcing you to act like you had some damn sense.
Oh,
Yes, I remember the civil rights movement. We had to force you to act like you had some sense. And we
And yeah, Kwame, that's just it is. You're not writing 1,000. It's just Jews are white. The fuck you trying to? Why are you trying to separate them like there's some hierarchy type of white people? They're just cheaper than than regular white people. What the fuck you mean by that? The fuck?
we had to get off in your ass and let
Oh
you know
shit!
these lynchings and rapes, that's not going to be happening like you think. So we were fighting back.
Actually, the complete opposite. It was done peacefully. Nobody got, quote unquote, got up in. I'm not even going to curse at this. Not my
No,
style.
What type of hold on, everybody? Hold on. I'm sorry. What type of ethnogenesis did a Jewish person have? Technically, that's not even their fucking lineage. Those are not even their roots. How the fuck is being Jewish their roots? When the first Jews were black. Judaism is a religion. Jews is a lineage or a blood. No, I'm sorry. Jews is or Hebrew is a bloodline. It's a bloodline, but these people who are saying that they're Jews, they come from something we would call the Edomites. You know, they came from Adam, but at the end of the day, they were Edomites. They're the ones who separated bloodline. You know, we're just doing ethnogenesis so we can get what we want and we can help everybody at the end of the day. We can't keep on helping everybody and trying to help ourselves too because it's just not working. Yes, but the whole world is black. Rando is right about that. You know, the whole world is black. It's just, Kwame, you got to understand, these are Anglo-Saxons. They both came from the same fucking mountain. They probably just went different ways. All jokes aside.
That's not going to be happening like you think. So we were fighting back.
Actually, the complete opposite. It was done peacefully. Nobody got, quote unquote, got up in. I'm not even going to curse. That's not my style.
Nobody
but
did what?
It actually was done through peaceful civic
That's a
action
lie.
from a real Christian
That's
leader,
who?
Martin Luther
Sir,
King.
yeah. That's one part of it. No, it wasn't. There was violence.
Come on.
So what you mean?
Oh,
Come on.
man.
Why did you think they had the Kerner Commission?
So wait, so
slow down. Why did they have to have the Kerner Commission to ask why there were so many race riots and black people were whooping y'all asses all through the 60s? That's why they had to have a...
No, Jews were black. I'm sorry to tell you, Kwame, Jews were black. They were not Turkish. Turkish are like Arabs. That's what we look at as Arabics. It's just like you look at Egypts right now. Those aren't the real original Egyptians. That's why they had to blow up them niggas' faces. You know, so I'm just being personally honest with you, Kwame. That shit's not true. You know, you could say that, but at the end of the day, if that Caesar Borgia was Jesus Christ, you know, and I got to be personally honest, Caesar Borgia must have been Jesus Christ, even though Jesus Christ didn't look like a heroin addict. He looked like a black man. You know, Abraham and the family is No. Come on, Kwame. How you read the Bible, Kwame? Read the Bible. They had melanin, man. Turkish people didn't have melanin. Them niggas was like Arab. Come on, Kwame. You can't be doing that to your own people. Do you know you consider as a fucking Hebrew Israelite? Yes, you're considered as a Hebrew Israelite from your father. You know? The reason why I'm telling you that's, Kwame, because at the end of you talking crazy right now. Jesus Christ wasn't white. Abraham wasn't white. Them niggas wouldn't be able to last in that sun, man. You think these niggas can really fucking be slaves in the sun? Them niggas would have all died. Yeah, all them niggas would have died. The first Greeks wasn't even white. The first Greeks were black. The Roman Empire were black.
A whole commission to study while we were whooping your ass up and down the United States, sir.
Please don't normalize muting me while I'm in the middle of making a point.
But we're gonna speak truth to power. You don't get to just...
Yeah, we are.
Right,
No,
but don't.
but so I came in here.
I'm white.
Let's
Say
just.
so. You said it was all...
Okay, but I wanna address something. I did come in here to address black on white violence,
Right.
and then you just glorified the fact that in the '60s, black people had to be violent or whatnot.
Because you were being violent.
All right, I'll be
towards
right back,
us.
everybody.
Please.
So wait,
slow down. Why did they have to have the Kerner Commission to ask why there were so many race riots and black people were whooping y'all asses all through the 60s? That's why they had to have a whole commission to study while we were whooping your ass up and down the United States, sir.
Please don't normalize muting me while I'm in the
But yeah,
middle of
but don't,
making a
don't, no, no.
point.
But we're gonna speak truth to power. You don't get to just.
Yeah, we are.
But
No,
don't.
but
Yeah,
so
we
I
don't
came
do
in
we don't
here.
do. I'm white, not
Let's
say
just
so. You said it was on.
okay, but I wanna address something. I did come in here to address
Okay,
black on white violence,
right.
and then you just glorified the fact that in the '60s, black people had to be violent or whatnot.
Because you were being violent towards us. We had the peaceful, nonviolent sector that was a part of the media apparatus, but behind the scenes, black people were turning up and getting the bullshit up out of here. So yes, you had to be forced to act right, sir, because of your violence, because of your raping, because of your lynching, sir. And now you've
Did you make that appointment?
Oh, I'll do it when we get back.
All right, I'm back,
Or
everyone.
we'll do it now.
Keep pests out of your home and your head. If they
basically pawned the lynching off to law enforcement. Now you're trying to get your vigilantes to do the lynchings and things for you, and people are pushing back from that. So the real degeneracy is in white supremacist culture, right?
I can definitely not say that. I'm seeing a man that is glorifying violence, and compared to a man here who has actually committed political.
According to the Bible, he wasn't born in mountains, bro. I get what you're saying, but he wasn't born in mountains. And honestly, I personally think the nigga was a albino or some shit because those kids came out black after. Give me a sec. Excuse me. Yeah. Them niggas was all black, bro. You know, I do want to say this. Kwame, let me tell you a good Haitian rapper. Moochie the Grape from Memphis. Big Moochie. Moochie. That nigga's lit. I think he's part of the PRE, Paper Route Entertainment. That nigga's lit. He's part of Young Dolph, the legendary Young Dolph. If not if not my favorite rapper.
What you
Violence as far
have.
as in self-defense of my country.
No, yeah,
Yes,
that
and I'm not here glorifying
right.
it.
Everything that white supremacists do, it's all self-defense. Every act
Well,
of
no, I mean
violence,
there's a Second
right?
Amendment. There's a
Every
Second
act of
Amendment
violence you
to
do,
attack
right?
tyranny,
That
but
that's how white supremacy works. Everything is self-defense. The white supremacy.
I might get it, yo, but I think I could, yo, you know what? I think all of us can go live on Streamlab. So I'm going to try it out this weekend when I'm in New Jersey because I'm leaving Friday morning. So I'm going to go to class Thursday night. We're going to do a night show. We're going to do a night show. We might even do like 6 hours. So if y'all niggas is up, y'all niggas is up. I get out of class around 9:30. I got to put a is that this week or next week? I gotta dismember a ring, so yeah. Definitely in Top Pioneer, you always gotta find great tubs rap. Yo, yeah, KRS-One was he's a great lyricist, yeah. I wouldn't call him like, well, the shit that he's doing now, yeah, you're right. Do you consider Lord Jamar a tether? Since he's an immigrant? His father's an immigrant? I'll be amazing. All right, we're gonna do a show Thursday then. I'm gonna figure something out. Y'all gonna see me in my wrestling clothes, and I'll show you my wrestling sneakers. So, yeah, my shit is lit. But I'm about to start. Yo, even when I'm in New Jersey, I'm gonna train. I'm gonna go to a school down there, see what's popping. And I might, the thing about it, I'm thinking about doing IRL. And the reason why I'm gonna do IRL for y'all is because I'm gonna show y'all my wrestling shit too. You know, I'm not gonna just only. I know I'm gonna do other stuff too. No, he's defending black. He defends black people. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. See, yep. There you go. Lord Jamar is real. Thanks you, Kurt. Yo, salute to Kurt L. Thanks. Salute to Hitman J. Thank you. I appreciate that y'all watching the show. But yeah, man, this is why I asked that question. Is like, yo, because the way, okay, how Kwame do things, he's a slippery slope. This is why I always say, yo, Kwame's super dope to me. It's just like he knows what I be meaning, but he brings the entertainment. And this is what we can appreciate about Kwame. This is why I always tell y'all niggas don't get mad about him. Even with the DJ Hurt shit. He just wrote. DJ Kool Hurt. DJ Kool Hurt learned from black Americans how to be black. He couldn't bring the Jamaican shit because niggas wouldn't feel that shit. I love Jamaican music, but I wasn't born in the 60s or the 70s. So yeah. And the Shower Posse would have never fucked with me. So yeah. No matter how much I look like, as Kwame said, Tyson Bedford. And he was, Kwame, you want to hear something crazy? I used to model too. Actually, y'all want to see a modeling picture of me when I was like 19? All right, I'm going to show y'all. Hold up. All right. Y'all niggas don't laugh at me either, all right? Yo, because Kwame is the only one who caught that. He was like, yo, you look like Tyson Beckford. All right. I'm going to show y'all a modeling picture of me when I was younger. I don't really show it, but I'll show y'all because you know what? I got mad love for y'all. Ooh, I can't show you those pictures. I think I'm oh, guess what? I found it. So y'all ready to look? Y'all ready to see the picture? All right. All right, I'm kind of nervous right now. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sugar? What's up, Amy? How you doing? I'm just checking to see if I have been blocked. You know you haven't. I don't block nobody, Amy. You could go crazy. Amy, I had white supremacists in here like dumbing out on me. You're not going to be blocked, Sugar. But I'm going to show you a modeling picture of me, all right? Kwame, don't laugh either, all right? This is when I was like 19. All right, that's me. Yeah. This is why Kwame always say, yo, you look like Tyson Bedford. You look like Tyson Bedford as a Tyson. Yeah, that's what I used to model. So, yeah, I used to model. So, yeah, this was like probably like 20 years ago. I haven't really changed. Probably because I gained weight. Right there, I was probably like 155 pounds, 160 pounds. Right now, I'm like 210 a muscle, 210, 215 a muscle, you know. But yeah, that's me. You happy, Kwame? You happy? I showed you a picture when I used to model. Yes, I did model, Kwame. Oh, no. Don't do it. Wiz Mason said, don't do it. I already did it, Wiz Mason. Shout out to Wiz Mason. Yeah, that was me, man. I did my thing, you know, so. Oh, man. Yeah, I did my thing. Biggie's not a pioneer, but DJ Hurt. Damn, why is it all foreigners? Like niggas is. Kwame, this is what I was telling you about. All the way. I look like a tether. Yeah, pretty much. I know it just be like that sometimes, you know. Yeah, that was me. So that's why, like, yo, I'll tell y'all the truth. Once I got out the industry, I just let my hair grow, and I just didn't give a fuck anymore, man. You know, yeah, I've been just trying to be beautiful for 24 hours, and like, yo, you see like a hair grow, you want to go get it cut, or you try to cut it yourself, or it's just a lot of work. You know, even with fashion, it's just a lot of work. If y'all can do it, do it. Um, that's why I understand Duce when she flipped out. She's like, "Yo, give me another fucking umbrella." Like, yo, cause me, I was one of those type of. Excuse me, can you give me another umbrella? Give me two more, maybe three. Oh, you look like most. Thank you, Randall. I appreciate it. College did a whole hip hop documentary. I know Kwame knows. Kwame knows, and I even did it on my girl, Jen. That's my homegirl. I love Jen. Jen Garcia, I love you, girl. Yo, you do your thing. Like, yo, you're super. Yo, you wild out, you dumb out, but you know, this is why podcasters love you. As podcasters, we will always love you for you doing your thing. Even though it's biased as a motherfucker, but she does her thing, you know.
Because you feel like your birth rates are so low that you're not going to survive. Everything is about survival. And everything you do, violence, rape, murder, mayhem, thievery, is all under the guise of self-defense.
Is it from New
That's
York?
a degenerate culture to have, sir. Right?
He can't tell us from New York.
Hmm?
That's why he did a documentary. He spoke to the founders. Kwame, he spoke to the founders. You know? Oh shit, hold on. I got the wrong one. Damn. My fault. Here you go. I have right there what you're looking at is my gaming joint. But Kwame, you gotta understand this is why he spoke to the founders. Most deaf and half deaf. Thanks, Randall. I appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, that shit came from the South too. Oh yeah, the blues. Yeah, everything came from the blues. I'm gonna say that. Everything came from the blues. That's why when you watch Sinners and the guy was just do playing and he seen all the ancestors and stuff, those are gritos. Haitian people have gritos too. We have, I don't know if y'all call them gritas, but we call them gritos in the South. Some of us do have that where we do see our ancestors or we are influenced by the ancestors. You know, Africa has it, and even but it's just, I'm gonna say this. This is a spiritual thing. Yeah, that was the first party that was lit. But niggas been doing that shit for years, Kwame. This is what we're trying to explain to you, DJ Herc. We gotta give DJ Herc a lot of credit for contributing, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this. I didn't like how niggas did DJ Herc dirty when the nigga was sick. And nobody didn't have no money to get this nigga help. I will say that about DJ Herc. That nigga was sick. The nigga looked like he was dying. And niggas didn't want to get him no type of help. But yeah, the blues created everything. Something that white people call nigger music. You know, or monkey music or jungle music, you know.
I'm muted, so I can't answer you. You're
I hear you. I
normalizing
hear you. I
muting
hear
me.
you. So we hear you. We hear you.
So I just don't see what you're seeing in white culture. When I hear white culture, right, as a white man who grew up in white suburbia about 2 hours north of New York City, I grew up with
That's your
soccer
people's,
moms. I
Kwame.
grew up with four-wheel riding, fishing. I grew up with Second Amendment
No,
respect, meaning that
Kwame. I'm sorry. I gotta stop. Kwame, you can't do that, bro. That shit did not start in Congo. Cause the nigga had a fucking banjo, them niggas created a banjo, them niggas did not know what to do with it. Like, even though, let me tell you something, Naza, if you don't know who Naza is, he's a French artist. But Naza, he does traditional Congolese music. and rap put together, or R&B, or Naza is one of my favorite, like, just music artists of all times. The reason this is why I like Naza, and it's not because he's a rapper or this and that. It's just because he makes great music. In my mind, he makes great music. I understand French a little bit because he does French music. He's from Congo, but they created the instrument, but they didn't know what to do with it. But we influence everything from that instrument. We cannot give you credit from creating fucking blues and hip hop and all that other shit. Because y'all not the ones that created it. We had to use your instruments to create it. Even if you didn't create it, we would have created something else to create something. That's how fly we are. You know, Kwame, you got to give us credit, man. Kwame, one thing, this is why I say I like Kwame, because at the end of the day, he always will be like, yo, no, Africans did this, Jamaicans did this. It'd be wrong most of the times, but at the end of the day, he debates. He's a debater, you know? Jazz came from Black American culture. It came from the slave culture. Blues. It's like saying this. Oh, what's wrong with Kwame? Oh, he got the blues. Where do you think that came from? It didn't come from Africa. No, it's not from Louisiana. I would rather even say it's from Mississippi than Louisiana. You're trying to let me tell you what Kwame's trying to do. Kwame's very sneaky. Kwame's trying to make it seem like, yo, the French helped. Because Kwame is Creole French. He's Haitian Creole. I'm sorry, he's Haitian Creole. When niggas think Haitian Creole, they think French. Or whatever. No, that shit came from black culture, Kwame. Kwame's from Queens. My nigga's lit. He's from 50 Cent. He's from 50 Cent, one of the greatest rappers area. Nah, he's not making up shit, Tom. Hey, you know what, Tom Horn? For you, I'm gonna break this shit down. Yeah, he's Jamaican. Oh yeah, you're not Haitian? Why the fuck I think he was Haitian, Kwame? My fault, Kwame. Why did I think he was Haitian? Well, he's Jamaican. But he's from probably one of the greatest rappers where they're from. Was it Mobb Deep? You got Mobb Deep, Nas, 50. You know, you got them niggas coming out of Queens. He's from Jamaica, Queens. Shout out to Jamaica, Queens. Even though I'm mad right now at Jamaica, Queens because they killed off Rock. Yo, I'm so mad at 50. Yo, Kwame, I'm gonna be personally honest. I'm mad at 50 Cent right now. He killed off Raquel, man. I don't know if he killed her off. I'm mad at him right now. Thank God I wasn't at the New York game right now. Nigga, I could be sitting in the balcony right now. I would have went up to Fifth. I'm like, yo, nigga, why you kill Raquel off? Damn, nigga, you couldn't wait until like niggas get situated until you killed her off. I was mad, nigga. Kwame, you don't know how mad I was, nigga. I almost shed a tear. And if any of y'all watch Power, Rise of Canaan, I've been watching, yo, nigga, I was tapped in hard. I was like, yo, I hope Raquel make it out. Yeah, nigga, you know who Raquel remind me of? All jokes aside, she remind me of Ghost. Ghost did everything for everybody. Try to help make everybody's life so great. What had Tariq made up? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He's Creole. Hold up. Lesbian Creole? Are you an immigrant? Are you from a different country? It's all right if you're from a different country. Yo, this is a free fall all over here. There's nothing wrong. Yo, nigga, look at Kwame. Yo, Kwame be holding his own nuts out in here, man. So you good here. Yo. All right, this is what I'm gonna tell you to do, all right? If you want the free movie site, Give me a Cash App with your email address, and I'll send you the link. There's dozens of links. Like when I say there's dozens of links, you can even get the sports. And you know what? This is how dope it is. You can even get free apps. Like free apps you could download. All jokes aside. So I'll do that for you so you can watch Sinners, because you said you didn't watch Sinners. But it was a great movie. At least you enjoyed the movie. Niggas was lit off of that. That shit already made like 300 million. Niggas was doubting that movie. But I'm gonna say this, all right? Yeah, I was mad at Fifth. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm mad at Fifth more than I'm mad at Cameron for playing fucking Elpo, and he killed fucking Rich. I seen them shooting power every so Quam. That's super dope. I'm not even gonna lie. But you wanna hear something crazy? I'm still mad at Fifth because of that shit. Why he kill off Raquel? I love me some Raquel. Raquel was she was more thorough than the niggas. Why we had to do her like that? Like, I'm so mad. I almost cried, my nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. I almost cried. I was like, they really killed off Raquel. Then here come 50. Yeah, nigga, you know I had to do it. How you think it was gonna go down? I was like, oh, no, my nigga did not just do that shit. I wanted to cry. And we found out who Breeze was. So if y'all been watching all the books, we know who Breeze is. I think Breeze was supposed to take over Queens and not Kanan. No, I don't know if she's dead, man. Quam. You haven't been watching it? Nigga, what the fuck you been doing? Nigga, you gotta be tapped into this power universe. Nigga. You're so back. I even think next episode, Ghost and Tommy's about to come out. Yeah, it's true, but we get to know the backstory. That's the most important thing about it. We get to know the backstory of how these people became how they came. Like, all jokes aside, I feel bad for Kanan. And the reason why I feel bad for Kanan is because Kanan, he was supposed to go to school and do whatever he wanted to do, but he wanted just to make money. He wanted to be like, his mother taught him everything. Then he finds out his father's a fucking cop, and his father's getting him out of everything, even after he shot his father. Like, this shit is lit, so much shit is going on. Then you got Uncle Lou. Let me tell y'all something about Uncle Lou. And I'm going to be personally honest. I thought Uncle Lou was Ghost's father. And the reason why, because they both got alcohol problems. They both own a club. They both got that type of mentality. Shout out to Fivy. He's hiring. Yeah! Shout out to Fifth. Even though I'm mad right now, no, at least 10 people he hired. Well, I'm mad at Fifth right now about that shit, man. It's like, why you kill off Rock, man? Nigga love me some Rock. I'm gonna be personally, I love me some Rock. Out of all those people, those are the type of thorough chicks you want to marry, my nigga. All jokes aside. Bitch that might shoot you, but at the end of the day, she loves you to death. Unique, he wild the fuck out, man. The nigga got PTSD or whatever the fuck it. The nigga got the shit that he been in the fucking military. But Rock is 10 toes down. That's a real strong black woman. All these bitches talk about they're strong black. Nah, nigga, you ain't no Rock. You not no Raquel Thomas, nigga. I'm sorry. 50 overdid that role where Raquel Thomas. And let me tell you what I think he got that character from. All jokes aside, because I was listening to Hate It or Love It, he started talking about his mother, nigga. She's officially, and Tommy's my favorite. Oh, Tommy, nigga, Ghost, nigga, all day Ghost. Ghost was so sneaky and conniving, and yo, he was a great person at the same time. Yo, it was crazy. You don't know when to trust him, when not to trust him. Just like yo, just being a real nigga and just like yo, just say like yo, put it this way, Kwame. If you had love for Ghost, nigga, you would have did it without even thinking. Like yo, these niggas are trying to send me to jail. I was like yo, Ghost, can you help me? Ghost would have helped you after he told you to do some dumb shit, nigga. All jokes aside. That's why, yo, that Power, yo, Kwame, you gotta watch the Power, man. Watch that, yo. I'll give you, yo. Shoot me an email, my nigga, and I'm gonna send you the illegal websites or the free websites.
That guns were not willy-nilly, handled. They were we had to respect them. I grew up in a culture that didn't curse at people. We loved.
Ghost didn't snitch on nobody. Ghost didn't snitch on nobody. He set niggas up, yes. I will say that Ghost set niggas up. He lined niggas up to go to jail, yeah. He did that shit to Dre, because Dre deserved it. I think, yo, want to hear something crazy? I think, yo, he lined his own wife up, his ex-wife up, to get her, because Ghost worked for the government. He was about to be the governor. So we can't hate on Ghost for, lining niggas up. You got to feed the beast.
Each other, and we tried to take care of our community. And then when I look at inner city communities of predominantly black people, I see the project housing. We can get into systemic issues, but I see from the outside looking in, and then which I also moved into Spanish Harlem. I lived in Spanish Harlem. I sold hats on the street in Spanish Harlem, which was predominantly black, but it's still called Spanish Harlem. And I had a hat company called Harlem Pusher. I was part of that community, but I saw, in my point of view, a degenerate culture that glorified.
All right, before we start, I gotta stop this because you said something super dope. Tasha and Tariq, I hope all them niggas get caught. I hope all them niggas go to jail. And the reason why I say that, because at the end of the day, they did Ghost dirty. Ghost got them out of everything. Ghost helped them with everything. Yo, if you notice, the whole 6 or 7 seasons was about Ghost helping them niggas. Ghost always wanted to get out the game. Ghost didn't even want to be a part of the game. Niggas just forced his hand for him to do everything. This is why when you seen the last episode when he was alive, he's like, yo, he told Tommy, I'm not going to help you. Every time y'all niggas get in trouble, I have to help you and y'all drive me back into the game. And he said, I'm trying to get out the game. Tasha, every time I try to help you, you trying to sell drugs. You wanted the biggest drug. That's why he left Tasha. He didn't left Tasha because he didn't love her. He left Tasha because, yo, only thing she seen of Ghost was a drug dealer. Ghost was more than a drug dealer. Ghost always wanted to be more than a drug dealer. Ghost didn't really want to sell drugs. He got the club because of his father. That's why I was thinking Uncle Lou was Ghost's father, Ghost's son. Because they both had clubs. This cracker was yeah, man. Yo, you gotta line them up, my nigga. You gotta line them up and sit them down. That's what, this is what we've been doing, Kwame. You gotta follow the same blueprint that black Americans is following right now. Niggas ain't helping nobody, but at the end of the day, y'all gotta be strong at what y'all niggas do. When y'all niggas do something, y'all niggas need to come together. And all them niggas who don't come together, once y'all get shit popping, them niggas don't get nothing. Just to prove them, like, yo, nigga, this is what we do. You didn't have no faith in us, so you know what? You don't get nothing, my nigga. We're gonna feed you to the wolves. Nigga, look at, what's his name? Larry Elder. That nigga don't know if he want to be a Democrat or a Republican right now because niggas got him so fucked up right now. Black Americans got him fucked up right now. He don't know how to be. But back to this power shit. Like, yo, Tariq and Tasha, them niggas is dumb. Like Ghost say, without her, she's a half-brain chicken head. It's just it is what she is. She got her own self into a kingpin fucking charge. A kingpin charge. Then Tariq got himself into some shit and almost got caught into a RICO case. Best thing Ghost ever did was left niggas alone. Say, yo, I'm not helping none of y'all niggas. Then when his conscience came, like, yo, you only thing you are is a killer. He's like, no, nigga, you taught me how to be a killer. He said, I'm not that shit no more. That was so dope about Ghost. That's why I say, yo, Ghost is one of my favorite characters because he was a chess player. He wasn't like, yo, just doing shit just to do shit. Cannon was a chess player, but he was a ruthless chess player. He do shit just to destroy everything instead of like, yo, fix the problem. Like, Cannon wasn't trying to fix the problem. Special K wasn't trying to fix the problem. Cannon was trying to get busy. But the thing about it, he had that New York spirit. That's the whole thing about that New York spirit. Them niggas get busy. Yo, they trying to get that money. Tellers holding it down for FBA, stopping gentrification, and well, nigga, that's y'all country. That's y'all state. Yeah, that's y'all state. Yo, y'all should have been. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all had New York for like ever since the 80s, nigga. Quam, come on, man. Y'all niggas should have been holding shit down. There hasn't really been like a real black person ever since Tupac. Y'all niggas got my man ASAP. Y'all got my nigga Jim. Who else? You got Jim Jones. You got all those fucking those drill rappers. Y'all got Big. Only thing we got that's really good is probably Jay. We got Jay. We got Cam. We got Mace. We got Mobb Deep. Other than that, yo, nigga, New York is lit with immigrants. Y'all niggas is lit right now in New York right now. Y'all niggas, you better use that shit as y'all bread and butter and just get y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all niggas don't really have to leave the country. Just marry somebody. Why won't y'all just marry somebody so y'all can stay in the fucking country? Why the fuck y'all worry about Nas is black. Nazareth Jones. Yo, my cousin, remember I was telling you about my cousin who shot his wife? His last name was Jones. Was it Jones or Stokes? No, never mind. His last name was Stokes. Yeah, he shot his wife. That nigga wasn't playing. Yeah, my nigga. My family's country, but they're project niggas. Like, their mother and father are country niggas. From Augusta, Georgia, St. Clair's, Georgia, and Savannah. Them niggas is all crazy. Oh, let me tell y'all something about Atlanta niggas. Not even Atlanta niggas. Once you leave Atlanta, all them niggas is way more crazier. The reason why Gucci Man is crazy because he's from Birmingham, Alabama. That nigga was born in Alabama. That nigga is super crazy. Them niggas is crazy in Alabama. Hell yeah. Nigga, I be talking shit to my cousin in Alabama. That nigga's doing 3 life sentences right now. That nigga killed the guy who was fucking with his girlfriend. A nigga who seen him, and the nigga tried to kill a cop. Because the nigga, he was like, yo, I need to get away. They gave this nigga 3 life sentences plus 15. In my head, I was trying to do the math. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you do 3 life sentences plus 15 years? Can't forget Nas, Jay-Z, Cameron, LL Cool J, probably the only. Yeah. Oh, don't forget Jada kissing Sheik. Well, Sheik's family. Sheik, some of his family's from Africa. If you ever listen to Violators, he says that my mother came from Benside, my father came from Africa. I'm more nigga than if you ever seen some shit like that. You better ride or die. Sometime live your life. Niggas gonna ride or yes, that's the Violator album. Oh, you from what part of Atlanta you from? What part of Atlanta you from? I bet you's gonna say South Side. You from the South Side? It's all right. I don't fuck with when I go to Atlanta, when I go to Georgia, I don't go to Atlanta. Only time I go to Atlanta is when there's like an event. I just stay in Augusta. East side. Oh, you hit me with the east side. Yo, that's so rare. I never met nobody who's from the east side. I always met is that like near Riverdale? Riverdale? No, that's South Side. I'm sorry, that's South Side. Riverdale. Yeah, that's South Side. Yeah, my family's from Augusta and St. Clair's. All jokes aside, yeah, them niggas is lit out there. Like, yo, y'all niggas is lit out there, but I like the country area. That's why, when the only time I go to Atlanta is for Magic City to get the lemon pepper chickens, you know? Hey, yo, if you know any other spots for lemon pepper chickens, the only place I know that's really good is Magic City. So, I know niggas like, yo, you just going for the strippers? Nah, nigga, the lemon pepper chicks is off the hook. Y'all niggas is wildin'. I know, and yo, Kwame, I'm gonna let you know too. Them niggas in Atlanta, y'all niggas go down to Atlanta, them niggas will line you up down there because at the end of the day, y'all niggas is crazy. The way how y'all act in New York, y'all can't do in Atlanta. Oh yeah. Like how y'all aggressive and shit. Nah, niggas is just calm and cool, calm and collect. Like what's his name? I'm surprised. Let me tell you how I'm surprised. I'm surprised Savage 21 made it down there because he's mad aggressive. Cause yo, y'all niggas got open gun laws and shit like that. Me, a nigga like me, and this is why I never got my gun license in Atlanta. I mean, in Georgia, I would have popped a nigga already. I would have shot a nigga at a store. Cause nigga, yo, guns is everybody has a gun in Georgia. Not just Atlanta, in Georgia, everybody got a gun. That's how crazy it is. And I love Georgia. I just don't like to go down to Atlanta. I like to stay in Augusta or St. Clair's, and I'm one of those type of niggas, and I'm gonna be personally honest. If I was single, I would go to Georgia just for, I would stay in St. Clair's or Augusta for the Southern Bells. I think there's some Southern Bells in Augusta and St. Clair. There's other places where you could get a lot more, but yeah, the girls who be doing their thing, niggas sleep on the Southern Bells. That's all I gotta say.
Hip hop, fast money, prostitution, ball players, drug
I'll be
dealers,
right back, everybody.
gun toters, and things of that nature.
Sir.
Thanks to Restore, prime time is back.
This is my time.
I didn't want to be bald any longer.
If you're daydreaming about having more hair, this is it. This is the way to get there.
I chose Restore because by far they are the best.
Such a great team of people. Their technique is the best in the industry, and the results kind of speak for themselves.
Restore and Dr. Harris has absolutely changed my life.
Dr. Harris literally wrote the book on hair restoration.
He was one of the pioneers of FUE.
He's an innovator, hair restoration extraordinaire.
I'm Dr. Jim Harris, Medical Director of Restore. One of the things that sets Restore apart from other practices is we offer a method of FUE where the patient doesn't have to shave their head.
Just an amazing experience for me, and I owe it all to Restore.
Go to restorehair.com. Go look at some before and afters. There's no reason why I would look anywhere else.
I wanted the best, something I could really believe in. That's why I chose Restore.
Get yourself to Restore right now.
well the frick done. And sometimes when I'm trying to make flashy edits like this, I also get pretty intimidated, and that's where Motion Array comes in. Motion Array is packed with exclusive assets designed in collaboration with some of the biggest names in the creative world. You need some fonts? Got them. LUTs handcrafted by expert colorists? Got that too. They have everything you need to make your edits absolutely slay. And finding everything you need is super easy. Everything's organized very nicely. You can even use plugins to use it with your editing software. They have new filters online so you can find everything so much faster. Need AI voiceovers for a temp edit? Put on your director hat with their new directional features.
Motion Array is freaking awesome.
And if you want to experiment with generative AI, you can literally push your creative boundaries. Your edits deserve the best, from motion graphics to sound effects, music, brand new creative assets. Motion Array will give you everything you need to create.
White supremacist culture glorifies the Italian mafia, the Jewish mafia, drug dealers, Irish mafia, drug dealers, gun runners. Your community glorifies violence. It's always glorified violence and criminality, sir. You're not going to sit here and point your finger at us talking about we glorify violence. Everything about your culture is violent, sir. You glorify violence and genocide, racial terrorism. You guys made movies. Some of your first blockbuster movies were about the Klan, Birth of a Nation, a violent terrorist organization, sir. They were your heroes. You're talking about we worship degeneracy? And if we're going to talk about hip hop, 80% of hip hop music is purchased by white people.
You hear me now?
When you
My
go
fault.
to Coachella,
Thanks, El Creo. I said, yo, if you have y'all ever seen Birth of the Nation? That was one of the most racist movies I ever seen in my fucking life. Not the one with Nat Parker. It's like 1950, 1930. Yo, that shit was one of the most racist shit I ever seen in my life. So fucking racist. It was so sad, man. I don't know how niggas watched that back in the 1900s.
and look at these big concerts with black artists and rappers. Look at the audience. That's your community in the audience, sir.
Well, there's a difference between consuming a piece of content, let's
Thanks,
say, for
El
example,
Creo.
watching The Godfather, like growing up as a white kid in suburbia, watching The Godfather, but then having the actual culture act out and live upon those principles that we see in Hollywood movies. I just don't see the white American culture living out the principles of hip hop, living out the principles of Godfather Mafiosa. I don't see either. I see
Slow down. Yeah, that stuff was based on real stories. That wasn't really
Facts.
fiction. Some of the mafia movies, Casino, Goodfellas, these are based on real people, sir. You guys glorify the Sopranos.
Hey yo, Kwame. Was Big L black? Big L. I think he was probably one of the greatest rappers from New York. Big L. Yo, y'all niggas got Big Pun, but one thing about Big Pun, he always saluted black Americans. It was Fat Joe that didn't really fuck with us like that. Big Pun, he fucked with us heavy. This nigga, yo, I swear to God, I thought Big Pun was Dominican. That nigga had braids. He was dark. He talked like a nigga. All jokes aside, Big Pun didn't even act fucking Puerto Rican. He act like a nigga. I'm talking about a light-skinned nigga, like a Steph Curry looking nigga, but he talk like a dark-skinned person. All jokes aside.
And all of that, because that's a part of your culture, sir. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, in white supremacist society, there was a major crime wave of white criminals who you guys glorified to.
He was Puerto Rican, but he didn't act like no Puerto Rican. He act like a nigga. Everything he did was, and the thing about it, this is how much he was so influenced by us and inspired by us. He always gave us a shout out. He always gave us a shout out. He didn't do the Fat Joe shit. Fat Joe had some type of animosity against us, but Big Pun, he loved us. All jokes, he loved us. He put us, his first song, he was with a black dude. He featured a black dude. He didn't have to do that. And don't get me wrong, I love me some 100%, but everybody only remembers Player. And he has some other shit too. But Big Pun, he saluted black Americans. Famous for. Oh, that's who you like? Oh, shit. I didn't even think of that. That could have been Famous from Power. Oh, shit. Yeah, that shit is true. Yo, I didn't even think about that because that shit's from the 90s and up. Yo, oh, shit. That could be true, yo. Them Puerto Ricans was fucking with, That's why I listened to Tariq Nasheed because he was like, not a lot of Puerto Ricans was fucking with us, but you gotta look at it. There's some rebels out there. There was some rebel Puerto Ricans out there that were fucking with us. Yes. I will say that. There was some rebel Puerto Ricans. Because back in the 80s and 90s, them niggas was doing freestyle music. The Stevie B and shit, the niggas with the half cut with the mullet and shit like that. Niggas was lit out there doing the cocaine and shit. Yeah, niggas was lit out there. We will be right from, but not made for. Yeah, niggas was lit out there. The Puerto Ricans was lit out there with the Yeah, Puerto Ricans had their own music, but the Italians took that shit. Why you think you got this shit from? All that shit was fucking Puerto Rican music. I'm gonna be personally honest about it. Ooh, excuse me.
This day, you glorify Bonnie and Clyde. You glorify Dillinger. You glorify Babyface Nelson. You glorify all of those 1930s gangsters that were running around killing and robbing banks. These people are icons in your community to this day, sir. So you're talking about us glorifying violence? Really? Really?
Customer service can be overwhelming.
He's right about that shit. They been doing that. Fucking Terminator and shit. This nigga Terminator was out here shooting niggas and stuff like that. Terminator was out here killing black people. Well, not black, but he was just killing everybody. Then what did we get? We got the niggas with the trench coat mafias. Niggas ran up in the school and shot them niggas. Them niggas are still in jail because of this day.
Society, listen, we don't really glorify murderers in our society.
But the first thing that you said when I got on.
Slow down. Who are the murderers that
Carmelo Anthony, for one, to start, because you've now you said
no. That's real self-defense, sir. That was an honor student who was a clean-cut kid from a good family defending himself.
Facts.
He wasn't a degenerate criminal like the people in your community, sir.
Facts.
So what are you talking about?
Well, so
who are the murderers that we glorify?
There are many.
Name them, sir.
I want to talk about Carmelo Anthony.
I just named the murderers in your community that you guys glorify and make heroes into. Not only that, every hero in white supremacist society is a degenerate. You can't find a hero that's not a degenerate, sir. And you talk about our culture? Look at white supremacist culture. Who are your heroes? Name one of your heroes who's not a degenerate murderer, rapist, slave owner, or dickhead. You name them, sir. Just name one.
First, let me talk to the first question you asked me as far as who is being glorified in the black hip hop community, or the black community, which has been usurped by the hip hop part of it. You have Cardi B, who openly brags about drugging
Trinidadian,
and
Dominican.
Cardi
hacking.
B is a Caribbean. She's not of our culture. That's somebody. She's a Caribbean, sir. That's not our culture. Yeah, you're proving my point, sir. You're proving my point.
Okay, so let's move on from there to Curtis
Right.
Jackson. Curtis
Who?
Jackson,
What?
50 Cent. Okay,
The
Curtis
fuck?
Jackson, who's a
the drug
businessman?
dealer.
Shout out to Queens. Even though I'm mad at Fifth right now, I'm so pissed off at you right now, man. But yo, shout out to Queens.
The man who shot up everybody. He's he's the underdog. Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top,
Who did
and he's
Curtis?
gonna shine, homie, until his heart stops.
Who did 50 Cent shoot?
He has bragged about shooting and stealing and robbing in every one of his rap songs, and God knows how many
Sir,
felonies he's committed in his
he
life.
didn't. If he shot somebody, he would be in jail for shooting somebody,
Facts.
sir.
No, he would probably be put on the back of a football jersey and paraded around.
Well, then who's doing that? Who's doing that? We don't glorify murderers in our community.
Yes, you do. And
Who?
Carmelo Anthony is one of those people.
He's not a murderer. That's self-defense.
No.
And
It's
he
not.
wasn't
So
a criminal.
self-defense
It is
in the
self-defense.
legal
That's
termination. First
self-defense,
of all, you
sir.
have to meet force
That
with
is self.
force.
That's self-defense, sir.
You
Yes, he
can't
did.
use
He
a
did.
knife in a fist fight.
Yes, he can.
And
Yes,
you
you
can't
can.
use a
Yes, you
gun in a
can.
knife fight.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's something I say. So yes, you can. Let me get.
That's
Hold on. Let me get my brother Robbie in here to chime in. Brother
Oh,
Robbie.
shit.
Brother Robbie, hop on in, sir.
Brother Tariq, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
How you doing, brother? You know, it's amazing that it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
You can
And
acknowledge me, Robbie, and say good evening to me as well, brother. God bless
no,
you. How are you?
no, I'm not acknowledging you yet, my brother in Christ. Not just yet. So you can stay on your mic. Don't be hostile. You know, I find it interesting that you're talking about degenerates. And I wanted to ask this gentleman a couple of questions. One, did he find it degenerate to go to January 6th, where the Capitol is something that is secular sacred, and people just went there and just totally desecrated it and then lied about it on national TV for over 2 hours? That's number one.
Oh,
Number
shit.
two, he just stated that he came from upstate New York, and you have a lot of white folks.
That nigga's petty as fuck. I'm sorry. Listen what this nigga say. He's petty.
Did he find it degenerate to go to January 6th, where the Capitol is something that is secular sacred, and people just went there and just totally desecrated it and then lied about it on national TV for over 2 hours? That's number one. Number two, he just stated that he came from upstate New York, and you have a lot of white folks that live in predominantly white communities. So I don't understand this obsession about a black boogeyman that doesn't exist and doesn't even live around them. And then lastly, if you're concerned about white birth rates, why are you here on Black Daddy Space at 2 o'clock in the morning instead of attending your blow up doll? And I'll land my plane.
Thank you, brother.
I didn't mention anything about white birth rates, so I'm going to go backwards because it's easier to address that. And I attend very well. Thank God. I was a club promoter for 7 years, and that was a degenerate thing before I found Jesus Christ. But I've
you're
attended.
right. You got a point.
I've definitely attended, probably way too much. God forbid. So
That's why I gave that look at him like, oh shit, this nigga caught him off guard. He's about to start Mayo battling right now.
And that was a degenerate thing before I found Jesus Christ. But I've attended. I've definitely attended, probably way too much. God forbid. So let's digress from there. We're all here in the middle of the night when we could be attending. So don't
Right.
point fingers when you're also here at
Right.
the same hour as me.
Right.
Anyway,
But again, but my thing is this: the whole.
well, let me go backwards through the question so I can at least address that. January 6th to me was a peaceful protest, and that was escalated by. And so, first of all, this is a huge bisection, and we've actually joined. We've joined hands with some Black Lives Matter leaders, like Mark Fisher, from the founder of the Black Lives Matter Rhode Island chapter, because January 6th was a mass police brutality event, and we know that. Inside both of our communities, that is a huge hot button issue, and we've actually been able to lock hands with different members of Black.
Yeah, y'all only try to say it's police brutality because
JetBlue makes your fare fly further. with low prices, fast free Wi-Fi, and free TV and movies at every seat on every flight for everyone.
All in on Boston. JetBlue.
Step into a new 2025 Kia Sportage and set out on your next adventure. Wherever the road takes you, Sportage offers the perfect blend of performance.
Yeah, a black officer had to put some hot rocks up in some of your folks. So now it's police brutality. No.
The nigga sent shots at Ashley Babbitt. She got she's laying them niggas sent her off to her ancestors. So yo, it's not funny. Don't be like me and laugh. But yeah.
Different members of black.
Yeah, y'all only try to say it's police brutality because a black officer had to put some hot rocks up in some of your folks. So now it's police brutality. No. No, no, no. Oh, no, no. Oh, Michael Bird had to do Michael Bird had to do what he had to do, didn't he?
No, I mean she was a 5'2" woman with American flag wrapped around her. Why would deadly force be
breaking in a Capitol? Yeah, y'all sat up here and folks died.
Hey, I mean, God forbid.
Listen, the fact that you talk about violence. The fact that y'all had a violent insurrection. A lot of people died that day, shot, heart attacks. People died that day, and you guys get to get out of jail and walk around and pop your collar. And you want to talk about violence in the black community? You guys aren't listed as murderers. If black people stormed the Capitol and anybody died, they would all be listed as murderers. It would be an all-in law put on them. The murders would be put on them. You guys are walking around out here chilling on Twitter.
Black people did storm the Capitol. Dozens and dozens and dozens were arrested. My brothers that I love very much.
No, dozens of not dozens of black people. You had a handful of Sambos out
I did. I can name you.
Had a handful.
James Delasco Beeks.
Okay, slow down. You had a handful of Sambos out there with you guys, and some of them. And some of them got the strictest punishments, by the way. That's it. That's another thing that was very interesting. The black ones got some of the strictest
punishments. That's complete fabrication.
That's not
my guy that was on my podcast today, James Delasco Beeks, was the only one acquitted from January 6th. He's black. He got acquitted in the D.C. courtroom. Do you want to know why? Yeah, I think you can answer that question, my friend. So don't make up, but just don't fabricate stuff. You have no frame of reference to say that black people got the largest sentences because that is completely false. It makes no sense. White people, by and large, got destroyed in the D.C. courtrooms by a majority black jurors.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Of course we did. I was looking at 30 plus years.
Were getting slaps on the wrist anyway. Half y'all were damn near out of jail anyway. The ones who did get convicted, y'all were getting slaps on the damn wrist for that. Y'all were getting the equivalent of a damn jaywalking ticket. Nobody did no real serious time anyway. The only one who was doing some serious time was Enrique. People like that.
So I'll give you that. We have David Dempsey, white man, 20 years sentenced to prison. Rufio, Ethan Nordine, 17 years. Joseph Biggs, 18 years. Dominic Pizzola, 10 years. Peter Schwartz, 14 and a half years. They were hitting us with that book. They were destroying us. You have to understand that. All white men given.
Y'all should have got hit with more, though. That's the crazy part. Y'all niggas is out here living life. Y'all wildin'.
Decades in prison for they're not even injuries on these guys' indictments. They were literally trying to crush us. And they did, but God saw us worthy to bring us through that Red Sea and part that Red Sea and bring us out to the freedom. We were enchained by that Pharaoh, that DC leftist swamp, and we got out. It was a blessing from the Lord, literally a miracle that you could all witness.
Okay, family, I want y'all to listen. Okay, everybody look this up. It was like over 1,000 people that got sentenced. All right, it was about 1,000, a little more than 1,000.
1,600 people were arrested for January 6th.
The average sentence for you guys was 2 years. Most of the sentences were like 120 days, like 4 months. Literally, these dudes were getting slaps on the wrist. Don't let this guy sit on the phone and lie. Yeah, now some of the notable, you named the notable ones, like, yeah, some of the guys who got Joseph, some of the guys who were organizing it, like Biggs and all of those guys, and Enrique, yes, they got larger numbers, but for the most part, these guys were getting literally jaywalking sentences. It
Because they
wasn't
were
good.
literally jaywalking.
Yeah.
They literally
Right.
went. Most of the 95% of the people that were charged from January 6th did not do anything but enter the Capitol and leave without touching
Yeah.
an officer or touching anything, a piece of property in there.
White
And so, of course,
supremacy, white
those people got
white
lesser.
privilege. Right. It's called white privilege and white
No,
supremacy.
every
Welsing,
single
let's get
day.
Welsing. Welsing, hop on Welsing. Let's get our sister Welsing. Oh, where'd she go? Whoa, Welsing. Okay. I wanted to get our sister on here. She's a very thorough sister. I wanted to get her on here. But yeah, I mean, it's just a bunch of white now say so, which is I'm
Well,
not shocked. It's nothing more than a
Tarek,
white now say so.
I'd love to say goodnight and say a short
Uh
prayer over
oh,
the
he running.
audience,
He
like 30
running.
seconds. In the
He
name of
running.
Jesus Christ, Lord God, bring healing to our communities, lift us up, make America one nation under you, Father, and please heal and restore all that's been broken in our lives and on our families. In the name of Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Good night, Tarek. God bless you, brother.
All right, brother, and may the Lord bless you with plenty of mayonnaise so you can be bountiful with your community. All right, thank you so much, Jake. I appreciate you.
Why is he doing
That's I'm white, not say so in a nutshell. I'm white, not damn say so in a nutshell. Talking all of that black thug stuff. These people stormed the Capitol where people died, and they're out free.
Yo, that's
Talking about some thuggery, black
crazy.
thuggery.
Yo, that's super fucking crazy. I don't know how that's possible. Hey, yo, let me ask y'all a question. Shout out to El Creo. Hey, y'all want to watch the Richard Spencer, or y'all want to do it tomorrow? I can do it tomorrow. We've already been doing 3 hours, so I can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Easily. It's up to y'all. El Creo always hit me with that shit. Shoot to El Creo. Alright, how about with this? We actually did great tonight. Shout out to El Creo. Who's it? I'm about to watch. I'm gonna watch the morning show. Hey, yo, you want me to send you the site, the website? I can send it to you. You gotta send me an email. Send me an email. I'll send you the website. You just have to fuck with it. The first 2 people, the first 3 people, I'll give you a pass. Send it on the live chat. The first 3, send it on the live chat, and I'll give you the free movies. Your email address. Yes. You get all the free movies, the free apps, the free wrestling events, boxing events, sports events, everything. I will do that. Oh, shit. But I'm gonna put my email address in there. But yo, this was a great show. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna do it right now. All right. First 3. That's my email address. You send me like, yo, I'm here for the email address. I'll give you it. First three. I will do first three. But hey yo, thanks. I'm gonna thank hold on, let me go through it. Thanks El Creole, thanks Kwame, thank Hitman J, thank Tom Hearns, Randall. I know I'm missing something. Amy Pooch, hi Sugar. I'll never block you. Don't say I'll be blocking you. Hitman J. Gregory Codway. Stillmate, shout out to you. Dante Green. That nigga Darren, shout out to you too. Hey man, y'all do y'all thing, man. Thank you. I appreciate everything, and I will see you tomorrow.